Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Friday. So glad you're with us. TGIF, it is all about the weekend. We're so glad you're here. We've got the whole weekend together. Well, at least 3 hours tonight, 3 hours tomorrow morning, and 3 hours on Sunday. So we are so thrilled about this weekend, but we kick it off tonight with some very special, you might even say Freaky Fridays. It's so incredible what's coming up. There is, now you know we only do gold and platinum, all fine jewelry, all natural gemstones, all VS diamonds. Only the best that is ever available to anybody, no matter budget, no matter where you grew up or what you're used to or where you shop, we have the best. So with that said, we're gonna see, I counted over 30 items today, 30 items that are under $1,000. Let's think about that. It's gold at $4,100 an ounce or so. And everything we've got, everything I'm mentioning is in gold. And then you have diamonds and gemstones. So it is going to be an incredibly affordable night. Now, we've got also something to let you know because we really have been featuring some really cool bracelets. I know they've been most popular, probably because you understand the values we're seeing on bracelets, probably better than anything else we have. I must say, tonight, I'm going to bring out the final of our last of the bangles. These are the bezel set bangles, so we call them the really special 49-point halfway around. They are so incredible. It's going to be a little bit like the tennis bracelets last night I had for you. We've just got white and rose. That's it. We're going to sell them out. The good news is we have a couple in white gold, and that is it. So if you're doing some holiday shopping or better yet, some treat yourself moments, we have got the ultimate bangle. And bangles require more gold than even your tennis bracelets do because they're so complete. They're so solid. They're really good. So we've got those on the way for you as it'll be last call. They're coming out top of next hour, 6 o'clock Pacific time. Also have some tanzanites. Hey, Janice, we've got your stone or your ring that hopefully you will love. I know that I heard through the grapevine you were looking for something in a round. We've got it. It's a 7-carat. We've got a cat's eye wheel. I've got an imperial topaz wheel. They're going to be blowouts, discounts, incredible values, under cost on most everything we see. And what is this that I'm wearing? I thought I'd put it on because I don't get an opportunity, even though I wear jewelry every day. I show hundreds of pieces of jewelry every day. I don't get a chance to show you this very often. It's a cameo. And we have some really special carving. Of course, the color is really unique as well. So we're going to see that. So bangles, Paraiba's here. I've got a purple Paraiba. I've got a new Zambaran that's in an Asher cut that we haven't seen. We've also got some Brazilian Paraiba in quartz, if that's more your jive. And then we also have a really important diaspora. It's a big one, almost 10 carats in size. There's a speen. It is color changing and it's in the saddle ring. So let me just say this. We got quite the show for you. But as usual, most everything is a one of a kind. The bangles even, that's my big special. I only have, I have fewer than 5 to go around for the world. So this is a night when you want to make sure you're on the phone lines very quickly. Dial in as soon as you see someone you love. It is always the best way to go around here because we know there are people missing out. It's inevitable when you got values and great jewelry together. So we're going to start with something new. This is actually one of our more affordable items here, which we're going to see a lot of. So I'm looking forward to that. And here we go with a really special diamond ring. What do you think? It's a little bit of this unique clover style where the clovers are actually going to be, well, there's one prong set diamond. The rest are going to be bezel, and they're all going to set up in these different floral shapes or clover shapes. And what they do is one smaller, one larger, and it's a little bit like a cuff bracelet where it's not coming together in the middle like a traditional ring, but do not be shy about wearing it. It is still going to fit properly. It's not going to fly off your hand. This is going to be a piece that we're going to size for you. So when you get your true size, it's going to fit like every other ring you've ever owned. And it's item number 11260. Actually, let's scrap that. 9695 is the item number. So it sounds like a price tag, but it's not because it's got 24 points in diamonds. They're all bigger stones, 10 in total here. 5 and 5, bigger and smaller floral. It's 24 points in the VS diamonds. Again, you've got a little bit of white rhodium. So to show off our impeccable white diamonds, we like to do that sometimes. Even when we've got the rose gold that it's going to stay in here tonight, what we like to do is make sure that you've got a great setting that's going to show off how high quality those diamonds are by giving a little bit of white rhodium there around them. So it's a really fantastic buy. We've got an incredible one only here. It is a real, we're going to see it under $1,000 when it should not be because the rule is simple. Right now, it's about $2,000 for a band. It is. I call it $2 grand for a band, and that's something that's ever changing. Apparently, I'm already a little obsolete on that metric, but here we go. I'm going to try it on the hand. It also would work, I think, anywhere. And you know what the other great thing is? Even though I mentioned we're going to size it for you, which we will, what I'm going to do is also remind you that this one can be cinched a little bit. Gold is malleable, and you're not going to really, I mean, you'd really have to, really work hard to break it. So what it does is with a little bit of bend and a little bit of give, what you've got is the ability to cinch it a little bit tighter or actually make it a little bit looser. So you could even though I want you to choose the size you want and choose the size you need for where we think you're going to wear it the most, if you have the larger knuckle where you've got to go literally larger in the ring size to get it over the knuckle and then wear, this is no problem because it's not going to fly or turn around when it's on your hand, because what you can do is always cinch it in. You can put these florals a little closer together. You can give it a little bit of like a little tweak here and there where you want to change it a quarter size or a half size. You can do that, and that's day by day, hour by hour. So it's a nice, again, even though it's not adjustable per se, it gives you a little more flexibility than a traditional ring would. As we take another look at it close up and give you this incredible value that is coming your way. I'm so excited you're with us. Happy Friday. Oh, we made it through a week, didn't we? And we've got an amazing, amazing way to celebrate, as we like to do, and just kicking off what is going to be an incredible weekend. We've even got some sneak peeks of what's coming up this weekend if you want to be really in the know. But I want to do this for better than $9.99 because I know we've got the rose gold lovers out there. We'll have the rose gold bangle that's bezel set later, just one, so you want to be prepared for that top of the hour. But we're going to make this a lot better than $888 or $777. It is, count them, we got a lot of big values and some of our best. Oh, and by the way, you know the convertible earrings we had with the black agate and diamonds yesterday in the Art Deco style that sold at the end of the night? Well, the matching necklace is here tonight. A day late, but and definitely $1 short because it's going to be several dollars short of cost. So we're going to do that in just a little bit. But here we go, $6.99 on this fantastic new designer ring that there is only one of. So it's going to be our first caller on a big Friday night. Again, the cameo with the blue of the carved. Oh, I love this one. It's a really special, we're calling it blue cameo. It is, but it's going to be a natural shell material. And look at that. Oh, I love this. And the ethereal nature of the carving there, that dimension and that shading that carving has is really artistic. So we're going to see that. If you're a cameo lover, get ready. And then we've got a new pendant that's really artsy and very feels very fluid and very cool designer piece. And then we've got our black agate and diamond piece that goes with the piece we had just last night. They were earrings. Amethyst is here in a trillion cut. Got some cool earrings. You've been loving the multicolored sapphire designer earrings we've been bringing. I have one more for you, so they'll be here as well. And just let me know if you'd like that one. We'll keep on moving. We don't wait for pieces to necessarily go because we know it's early and it's a Friday night. So guarantee a lot of people don't have that television turned on quite yet, but here we go. They will all be here. We're gathering here as we continue on. Look at this. This is so cool. This is really, again, if you like sculptural, very almost whimsical, but nothing overdone. And in a way, it still kind of feels like angel wings and heart shapes mixed together. It's item number 9697. It's our London Blue Topaz. Fancy cut. It's a trillion, but it's got a notched corner, which usually a trillion comes to a direct point. It's a little more notched corner for that trillion, which is why it is considered a modified trillion. It's got a 208 size, 21 points in diamonds, larger piece, a mix of the diamonds and the mirror finish gold, but it is a really sensational piece. So 21 points in diamonds. I'm going to show it to you here on the hand as well, so you can see. Now, it's got a bail, but again, you could reverse it if you want to, because even the design is open work enough where you could actually, if you wanted to turn it around and have a little bit of articulation to the base, you could. But again, I think you're going to use that bail for what it's intended to do. I'm going to give you the length of it here very quickly so we know what size to expect out of this larger style. Doesn't it look like a beautiful heart meets angel wing meets cross almost? I feel like the way that you've got the verticals and the horizontals and the overlap, it really looks like many motifs put together here that you're not going to find in just an average jewelry store. And that's really another specialty of ours, is bringing you unique. So it's going to be 1 5/8 inches in length, and we've got it looking like this from a distance away. Always like to give you that perspective as well as we can here, just to show you against the skin tone and then against a color what that's going to look like. It's mostly for a size reference here, but just gives you a nice idea. Great gift idea. It's also December's birthstone, by the way. Did you know that blue topaz? There are 3 varieties of blue topaz, and they all qualify as one of the many birthstones for December. So if you know somebody or you like that, maybe you want to celebrate yourself, if you've got a birthday next month, this is a great way to celebrate that great design. All right, let's blow it out. It's not going to be, let's see, I don't love the $22.99 price. So I think we're going to have to do some significant drops, and that's what we're doing. It's what I've been doing all week. Really got this going about a couple weeks ago when it was just all about bringing things from whether it's new or something that's been here that feels new because it hasn't been seen in a long time. Either way, it's all getting drops in prices for you to make sure the values are the best they can be. And when everybody else is maybe like, again, sworn off of fine jewelry, waiting for conditions to improve, so to speak, you don't have to when you got us in your corner. So let's make this better than $2,000 or better than $1,000, not even $9.99. It's a lot of gold. Again, very sculptural the way it's wrapping around and over. That's an overlap design, but again, doesn't touch the stone. It's elevated above. So these really artistic designs, not exactly easy to do. I mean, I've attempted designing pieces like this before, and manufacturers looked at me like I was absolutely nuts and said, no, go find someone else, because it was one of those things where overlaps and things like that, where you're setting stones underneath diamonds and gold, that's a little bit challenging, as you might imagine, to set. We're going to do better than $888, better than, so you know what, let's just make it easy. $7.99, first caller on that one, our London Blue fancy cut trillion. And then we've got more on the way. We are going to see some brooches. I have, anybody a zebra fan, or anybody like just critters in general, animal pieces? We've got a great zebra design. I'm going to bring out the cameo next because it's really affordable and it would be a melt price. It is better than a melt price, actually. So we'll do that. We've got those multicolored, like really the rainbow of sapphires coming up in an earring. New kunzite is here. We've got Paraiba, that is the purple variety. You name it, we got it. And that's the other thing I want to remind you is, feel free to give us a call. That number is your direct access to us. It gives you a connection into, let us know what you need, questions you have, but more importantly, really requests. So hopefully I'm not leaving you with any questions. That's something I pride myself on. So here we go. This is the cameo I was wearing at the top of the show. There is only one. There will be fights on this. I know this is, obviously we've got some tremendous values here as we embark on the beginning of the show, because we know it's a Friday night. It's busy. It's busy. So this is where, again, we don't see a lot of audience join us till really the last couple minutes. So what we're going to do is give you away some jewelry here for those of you that are going, I like the really big values that she always shows in the beginning of the show, because I really want to set the tone for what we're going to see all evening long. This is a really fantastic buy. So you saw this like from the longest shot we have, which is this one at the beginning of the show. This is the one I was wearing. You're going to see it on the hand, but a remarkable amount of gold here. But also, it is a really artistic design. This is all hand carved. These are not stamped. They're not cookie cutter. They're not assembly line mass produced pieces. All of that is hand carved. So you've got a really special 12 by 16 millimeter shell, if you will, that has got that blue color. And so that makes it, a lot of times when we see cameos done in variations of peach or brown sepia tones, this is where you have a little more striking blue background. The carving of the shell, I mean, when you see this and the way this is done, I've seen a lot of cameos in my day. This is not a vintage piece. It looks it, but it's all, we don't do estate, we don't do used jewelry. We want you to be the first wearer. And then of course your pieces can be passed down through the generations of your family as you wish. But look at this. We're not about selling used, but I love that, that's what makes it a little more unique. So why we don't have a lot of cameos here. It's because, it's something you usually find in a vintage kind of scenario or an estate sale. We're going to do this one, which is 1120155. And it is that 14 karat gold, and it's a larger ring. You're going to see it on larger band, obviously a larger bezel holding that cameo, but how wistful and romantic does she look? Her profile and her hair and the beautiful billowy effect. That's what's so unique about this carving, is that it's blue agate. It's carved to perfection. It's 22 points in diamonds around it. And then that's all set with a little bit of mix and match here. You've got a little bit of mirror finish gold with the great diamonds as well. So all really giving some interesting details in texture, but we got one. And I told you they'd be affordable, and we've already seen two pieces crash under $1,000 today, both brand new. This one's been here a while. Can you imagine for a moment, and I know that I'm always telling you, don't buy something just because it's a deal, because you would buy everything I had if that were the case. But when you see all this gold and you look at the way this is done and designed and that wider band and all of that, and you see the details and what she is holding, it could look like a scarf, a handkerchief. It could really be almost a cross. I see a little bit of that, that look there, and you can distinctively see there's almost a shadowing effect. It is one of the most beautiful, whimsical, really pretty, sophisticated, feminine cameos I've seen. And yet, for that amount of gold, in today's world, we'd be looking at what? About $4,500 for the gold. By itself, no diamonds, no cameo. To be able to get this one and this look that is so, again, different from other cameos because they usually don't have this kind of color. This is like the color of a really gorgeous blue sapphire that you're seeing, diamonds interspersed around it. Do you want me to give away jewelry? Because I'm here to give away jewelry. That is why we all are here. We're all here to give the jewelry away. It's exactly what's happening tonight. I know you love when we do that, and this piece has got to go, and it will, and in a hurry as well, because watch this on the hand. So for that size perspective, please do not apply here. If you like the smaller jewelry, this is definitely not one for you. It's almost knuckle to knuckle on my hand. So it's got that bigger presence. You see it, and that's what I love about a cameo. Cameos that are small, I don't really understand, because you can never, no matter how detailed or how expertly done the carving is, if you have a smaller cameo, it's going to be really tough from a distance to make out what it is. Here, with that larger size and that really good contrast of the carving, that is important. It is not going to be $9.99. This is probably the most affordable piece of jewelry I will ever sell going forward in my life. That's a big statement because, you know, I think that, whatever, we sell a lot of jewelry here. So if this is the most affordable piece going forward, and I can feel confident in saying that because couldn't make it today at this price if I was just giving you the deal of a lifetime. Won't be able to, unless gold crashes, which I was just talking to an expert last night after the show, because remember, we got off now at, like, you know, I get home around 10 o'clock, so it's still early for a Thursday night in the city of Los Angeles. We have like a 30-minute period where people are still up and about, and we're not as late night a city as you might think. The New Yorkers got us beat there. It's a pretty early to close city, but point is, I was having this discussion with a big group of business folks yesterday who were in the investor world. They were, you know, venture capitalists and private equity guys and all that, and what were they talking about? Gold. They were talking about gold and how much it's exceeding anyone's expectation. And yet here we go with a piece where if you want to melt it and toss the cameo out, that's fine. It's your prerogative. But we are not melting pieces yet. But after, if they survive any airing here this week, that's exactly what's happening. They're getting melted down. Let's take another look at this agate. We're going to blow it out right now. It's not going to be $9.99, $8.88, $7.77, $6.99. Like I said, we're not talking about sterling silver because sterling would be more, you know that. We're doing even better than even $6.99. There's one, I wish I had 100 of them. We've already got fights over it because it's long gone, right? But it's still $599 instead. So that's got to be the best looking cameo, and now it's gone. So congratulations on that one, and that's the idea. You make sure you're on the phone lines. That's how it's going to go. Now look at these earrings. Okay, these are not going to sit up very well, but I'll hold them up. But I want you to see that there is a match set of these incredible sapphire earrings. Maybe they'll sit, and this is, I know everyone's probably, we literally have the phone lines blowing up. Everyone's going, what happened? What I missed? Where'd it go? What? I called in the second I saw the price. Well, we had 3 people already dialed in who already were ready. So they knew, and they said sold long before we got to that final price. So that is, again, the recommendation I would make when you see something you love. It's never too early to call, only too late. But here we go with 1120997. This is a really cool hexagonal style, but it's really a circular or almost like a hexagon within a hexagon. First you have your baguette diamonds, then you have your sapphires, and they still do the ombre of these different colors, from the blue to the green to the yellow to the padparacha to the purpley pink to the true pink. It is a yellow gold pair of earrings. They're 18 karat solid gold. The post is up top, so they're actually going to give you some open work and some drop from your lobe. And then here's the other one, going to be a post and butterfly back, of course, really designed with that same pattern all the way around. So they will be a mirror image of each other, plus the sapphires will always be the up top visual that you're getting. And also, we only have the one pair. So it's definitely time to dial in. And like I said, we have over 30 items today in the show. I just hope I have enough time to get to them all that are under $1,000. That is unheard of. I don't know of any fine jeweler who has sterling silver that can do 30 items right now that are under $1,000, and that's sterling, and we're doing gold and platinum. So just be aware of that. And here's what we're going to do on this incredible earring. I want to show you from a distance because they're quite large. They've got an overall, they almost look like festive this time of year because it's almost like wreath-like, and then there's a lot of people that put up wreaths all year long for, you know, just different patterns and different colors based on the time of year, the season, the holiday. This is a 3/4 inch overall diameter, if you will. I'm going to show them to you on, and we're going to give you a wonderful value for all this 18 karat gold, almost 2 carats in the sapphires, and the diamonds to boot, which are 58 points. Now, I better hold these up. I was going to just hope that they balance they're going to do okay. Let's take a look for now and see how long they last. I'll just tilt them up a bit so you can see there what they look like, because they aren't going to last very long balancing in my ear without a backing. But at least you can see the gorgeous color. Actually, I'm going to hold one up for you so you can see it a little bit better. And that way you can see the right angle that it's going to sit at, because I don't have the backings here, because otherwise I'll lose them. I have my own backings here. It's like it's truly like I probably have 100 of my own earring backings just hanging out here on set. But take a look at that. That's a great look, isn't it? And we're going to go ahead and blow them out right now. This is one pair only. So when I say them, we're referring to that one pair of earrings. Let's go ahead and just take them all the way down from a $39.99 price tag, so much lower. Let's go back to our wheel. We'll prop them up so you can get a better look at these amazing colors. And yes, a truly earring that's going to go with everything, but you can definitely sense the designer quality, can't ya? The baguettes and the sapphires, the ombre effect, the bigger baguette diamonds as well, that 18 karat yellow gold. We're going to blow them out for better than even $2,000. You're half off is not where we stop. We keep it going. And we're going to make it even better than $2,000 or $1,500. And we have other great earring buys today. So a lot of exciting things. But if you'd like this pair, not 15, 14, or even, no, they're not even $13.99. Just one pair to go around. That is it. And we'll make them $1,299. And that is what the match pair looks like. So you can see, again, the post is behind the sapphires. So remember, the post will be always putting those sapphires, the blues at least, up top, and then the rest are going to be in actual, you can see right there, it's a mirror image of each other. So $12.99 for that pair, and they're in the 18 karat yellow gold, and they should be gone. We've got a brooch with pink sapphires and diamonds and a lot of 18 karat gold. We have our zebra style, zebra also in 18 karat gold. We've got so many exciting things for you, so it's going to be a wonderful night, and I hope you will make us your requests as well. Let us know what you'd like to see. But let's take a look at something else we don't get very often, and this is award-winning designer style here. And you see the look up top, which is pretty cool, but then wait till you see the profile, because it's going to give even more wow factor when you see it from all the different angles. And it's going to be 112, 96, 98, and this is something very, very status. It's a trillion cut to start, so you get this really beautiful fancy cut. Notice it's kind of like, it feels a little bit like those notched edges we saw in that last earring, but with a trillion. Still overall gives you the dynamic brilliance of a trillion cut that we love to see, but you've got it, basically 2 of the 3 sides are surrounded in diamonds. But wait, there is more that's going to be coming around. You see that the gold itself, that split shank's going to come around and meet up with the base of the stone as you see it here. It's our 413 Brazilian amethyst, new right now, in that 14 karat yellow gold. Here's what it does though. You can see more of how it lifts that stone up, gives you beautiful basket work that scrolls, and then you have, this is maybe the best part, something a little unexpected. You have this profile view, which I'm going to try to hold it up. We need tweezers that'll actually be meant to do this, but look at that profile. So the diamonds are going to start right there where the band starts to turn into that basket, and then everything is really highlighting that great cut of that stone. So you've got diamonds that start here and then are going to wrap their way around. So feels very dimensional. We'll show it to you on as well. Gives you that very much a power ring feel. I would still say you could actually pair up a wonder ring with it if you wanted to. Have a little something extra next to it if you want to. But that's the trillion, and then there's that one side that gives you all that scroll work in the basket, and here's the other where those diamonds, that's why I put this on the outside. Quite frankly, either way, you're just deciding, do you want other people to see it or do you want to see it, depending on how you like to put it on the finger. But you see there all those diamonds that are starting here and raising up, so just elevating and then wrapping around, one continuous pave loop, if you will. It is also a diamond weight of 26 points and only just this one, and of course that high quality amethyst. We don't bring amethyst unless it's super high quality. Has to be that superior quality the world over. It's exactly what you're getting here, and we're going to make it a whole lot more affordable than $39.99, because again, a newer piece, so it should be a little more money with all that gold that it's got, especially the way that it's not flat on the hand, how it's a little more pronounced, the way it does extend up the hand just a bit, and that's just enough. You'd have to do that no matter what to accommodate for the pavilion of that stone, so just keep that in mind. But it's time. Let's rock and roll here tonight. It's a big Friday. Thank you for being with us. How nice of you to keep us company tonight. Remember us being here with you guys as we kick off a big old weekend, an exciting one as well, and we're going to make this a lot better than even $2,000. That's 50% off. I'm loving a 50% off deal anytime we can do it. It's really tough to go backwards in jewelry right now. We are the only ones doing that. Everybody else, I was literally talking to somebody the other day about, you know, it was a retailer, as a matter of fact, one of those big names that you know that's really known for, they're known for sterling, and then when you get into their fine precious metals like their platinum and their gold, things are 6 figures at minimum. And they were talking about literally, they are truly re-upping, and they're literally having to change all their computer system. They said they're driving their IT people crazy because they have to re-input all the cost on everything and elevate their pricing structure every day, because that's how much difference it is when you've got gold doing what it's doing. You're having to restructure pricing. We're doing exactly the opposite. Our restructuring includes selling pieces for less than what they cost to make way back when. So it's automatically a value. So it's $19.99, or is it? We're going to make it a lot better for you. Under $1,500, getting you ready on a big night ahead. Lots of affordable for you, even when it is stunning and brand new, and just like you see it right here. And we're going to make this, you know what, better than 14, better than 13. Let's make it $1,299. And that is it. So big amethyst designer style and an award-winning design, but this time with that really fancy cut. And you see it looks, I mean, gemstone cuts are beautiful. I think there is not a cut that I don't love, because cutting is what enhances and brings out the beauty of the stone to the best ability. But then you have a trillion. And why so many people like myself are dedicated to trillions and love them so much is because usually it's the gals who really appreciate sparkle. And that's what this does. You look inside, it looks like, again, fractals of color. You see the reds, the blues, the purples all together. You see those periwinkle colors. You see bright reds. Most amethysts aren't going to give that to you. And you've got it here for a very, very special opportunity. So $12.99 gets it to one caller. We'll see who's got it. And then we have some amazing, I do have tanzanite earrings in Asher cuts. I also have some really pretty drops. They're green tourmalines. I did a, not double take, a triple take when I saw this incredible price tag. Oh my goodness, for big tourmalines too, like almost 4 caraters. So we'll see those coming up. And don't forget, I don't remember, because it was the very end of the night and we were really busy and everything was just going nuts at the end of the night last night, but I don't remember who got the agate and diamond piece when all was said and done last night. But do you remember it all? I think it was your caller, right, Joanne? Do you remember? I'm just wondering if I didn't want to necessarily call them on a Friday night. Usually I would, but I respect your privacy. But honestly, I wanted to give them a heads up. Maybe they're watching. You know, a lot of people who love TVON don't miss a show. And gosh, we appreciate that. So here's what we have to match it. It is the match to the earring. But listen, not everybody does the whole matchy-match set. But if you loved those earrings, or if you missed them and you just love the black and white, spectator style, we've got it here in a necklace. Now, it's not a pendant on a chain. Who was it? Who? Da? Oh, you said it the first time with such confidence, like you were really confident in that pronunciation. Dow or da? Okay, well, here's what we have. The match is here, and it's going to be, I don't remember 111-8509. So why it wasn't on the show last night? Well, again, that's another story. But here it is. It's here today, and that's good too. It's 18 karat gold. It has this beautiful chain that's a Rolo link, and it's attached, meaning this is not going to be a removable pendant. It stays right there attached to the chain. It's a carat 85 in our fancy cut black agate. You got 2 pieces there. They are 2, not 4, because you have that. Think of it like a V. And then you've got the pave within each section. So this is the great necklace. It's going to be, almost looks like a little bow tie, but almost like deconstructed, and a 13-point diamond weight. It does have a premium chain lobster claw clasp. And I'm going to show it to you from the back as well, because the back is fully finished. This is the same way the earrings were done. It's obviously the same designer. And then if we flip it around, so if you wanted an all mirror finished white gold look, you can wear it that way. Or if you love your black and white, want to show off that agate and those diamonds, there you go. So let's give you a length here. It should be 1.25 inches in the drop, attached to the chain, so it's going to always sit perfectly centered on the neckline. Here is that drop and that length, which is, yep, 1.25 inches. And here's your lobster claw. So that's going to be a fantastic style. Now, it is going to be 16 inches, because this is figuring, you know, a lot of you say, well, I want an 18. But remember, when you've got an inch plus in the drop, you're going to have a little bit longer length. Here's what it looks like against a skin tone for you. And then, of course, you've got it where it shows up even against some color. So you've got a really beautiful look here. And that drop is something that, because it's a little lengthy drop, you might want to have it a little bit higher, like this 16-inch chain does. So here's what it looks like. And again, there's the back. So you've got all that mirror finishing in the back, and of course your hallmarks, your stamps on your purity in the gold. And what we're going to do is make this, oh yeah, better than even $1,000 when it's 18 karat solid gold. Nobody can touch our values. That's been the case ever since we launched on the air about a decade ago. Our values today are better than they've ever been. And I know that's a true statement. And we will have a bangle bracelet. I keep getting questions about when the bangle is coming up. We are 31 minutes away from the bangle, 31 minutes only. You will see that bangle here. It is our bezel set bangle. Talk about a lot of gold. We're going to bring you the half bezel set, meaning half bezels, meaning they go halfway around. So that's coming up in about 30 minutes or so, and we're very excited about it. Rose and white gold, and you can stack them if you wish. But this one's got to go, and it will not be $1,000 or $999 or $888. We're going to blow it out for $799. And yes, 18 karat gold, no way to get it that affordable anywhere else but with me, because I'm just up here doing whatever it takes to move the jewelry at this point. This was made some time ago. Thank goodness it was. But we've taken it below where it would have been cost-wise then. And that item number, by the way, goes back about 7 years. So it's a long time when you think about what gold's been doing, and a really important piece there in the black agate and the diamonds for $799. We've got those tanzanite Asher cuts. I'm going to get to those drop earrings in tourmaline. We also have a really pretty necklace that has a sapphire and diamond in a larger size. I did bring out a gold quartz for the gold quartz lovers out there. Look at this necklace. If you like other necklaces, and I mean like a full necklace, look at this. It reminds me of two exclamation points meeting in the middle. Look at that. Isn't that great? Big diamond, big sapphire, lots and lots of, oh yeah, platinum. We got a really extraordinary high-end variety of jewelry. I'll flash in the zebra just in case anybody's looking for a great brooch. I was touting the other day how important it is to have a brooch in the collection, even if you probably never thought about one before, but really nice. And when they're not costing you tens of thousands of dollars, look how sweet that is. Black diamonds, a blue sapphire eye, and that is our zebra. Now, instead of doing white diamonds, we did the white stripes with the 18 karat gold. So again, 18 karat white gold, and it's a really simple, this is actually going to go fold flat. It's actually a pendant as well, if you've got a chain small enough to go through the top. And that actually, that little pin is going to tuck down in if you want to wear it as a pendant. So kind of exciting there, because you would need a smaller chain, but most of us who wear, pendants have a smaller chain. So if you have a smaller chain, it'll work through the top, and it can be a pendant or it can be a pin. So let me know if you want to see more about our zebra. And then this one, $799. Okay, well, it took 3 hours to sell it last night, so probably we'll have to recap that a little later. I do want to show you what could be our biggest value in earrings of all time. And it's a green tourmaline, and this is an exotic teal tourmaline. Look at that color. Oh my, these are not that deep dark green that takes it too far into saturated level where we don't see the greens any longer. This is 0843, and that's a 112 number, and my gosh, those are some of the most electrifying and beautiful. I might have to put this one the other way just because it's got that little ribbon up top, so it may sit a little more evenly when we put it this way, but that's good. You can see each stone together and see the amazing fancy cutting. There's more of a barrel cut to these cushions, so they're really gleaming and glowing, and that barrel cut is done through the back. So it's actually, think of it like an east to west set, elongated rectangular facet pattern that's happening in the back of the stone, and it's item number 0843, 755 of green tourmalines. They're important. I always say this, and it's so true about earrings. You're probably going to have, people will see them from a little further away oftentimes. It's the first thing they see usually is our pendants, our necklaces, and our earrings, usually all together. It's kind of one snapshot. It's really when we make eye contact with folks and meet face to face, those are the first pieces of jewelry. Going to see those before the rings. But that's why it becomes so important to have a really high quality tourmaline. If they're too deep, if they're too dark, what they do is they're going to dim a little bit, and from a distance away, they're going to look even darker. So when you can have stones that give you this gleam and this glow like these do, it is sensational, and it's the best green out there, and they're bright, and they're powerful, and they're clean, which tourmalines aren't always. And you've got 7 points in diamonds right up top. That's going to be that little ribbon design, and then of course you see the left and right design as well. And then we also have the gold, which is a lever back of 14 karat gold. And Dawn, we've got the emerald from last night coming up for, yeah. Oh, you got it. You got it. So we'll show you the inside, Dawn, real quick on that one. And we'll do that next. And then what we'll do is just blow these out for you, because like I said, there's a really good value. So you want to make sure you're on the phone lines in a hurry for it, because we saw everyone fighting over something earlier. Makes sense why. If you've never seen these before, it's been a minute. These are from the deep, dark corners of the vault here. And they said, go ahead, take whatever you want, take whatever you love, but make sure you get it out the door. Make sure that if we're going to spend the precious airtime on it, do you think gold's expensive? So is airtime. So if we're going to spend the airtime, we've got to at least move it along. Bringing it out at $69.99 like it's been time and time again is not going to work, especially today. So here's what I'm going to do. There's that inch and I would say 3/8. in that top to bottom, because an inch, yeah, you definitely get more than that. You can see there 1 3/8 inches. Top to bottom, as far as where the lever back begins, when it's in the ear, it's going to be $69.99 no longer. We've got one of those incredible values, and to get 2 stones that are almost 4 carats apiece in that bright, gleaming, glowing, almost neon. They look like they could pass for Paraibas because they are so neon. And take a look at them on. I'm just going to scoot it back a little bit in the ear, because there you go, just so you can see how that balances. And I chose to have the ribbon kind of flaring away from the face, just so that's kind of how I like it. See how there's one side that's a little bit more straight, and then you have that more loopy design on the other side. So that's just how I like to do it there, but obviously you get to mix and match it as you please. We've got a better value than even $2,000 on this incredible earring. $2,000 or $19.99. Nothing short of amazing when you're talking about tourmalines that look like that are bright like that are the most perfect color you could ever imagine even owning. We're going to go so much lower than 19 or than 18 or than 17. Please call me. This is going to be another one that we've got fights over, because everybody wants to get a great big gemstone like this in an earring, but lightweight, easy to wear, could be worn daily, and of course it's a nature color, so it goes with everything. Back to the wheel we will go, and we will take this on down to a much lower price tag for you than even, I think we got to do better than $17.77 or $16.99 if we're going to make this work for you. So here's how we do, and I will make this just simple and easy, and somebody's got to get them, and they're not even 16. Blow them out right now. We're going to go down to $1,599, and that will be a done deal. $15.99, one of the most incredible earrings we've ever put together. You can even change the gold if you want to. I wouldn't. I would say the green with the lux of the yellow looks so good together. Again, bangles coming up in 24 minutes. There are bezel set bangles, so that's a really important style to get, and never are we going to be able to make them again at anywhere near the price. So we're going to do that coming up at the top of the hour, and it's a really easy gift to give, and it's going to be affordable. It's going to look like you went out and spent $25,000. It really will. All VS diamonds in solid gold, in rose or white. Now, Dawn, we've got the emerald from last night, so let's bring that back out at $79.16. Dawn, you have, first of all, excellent taste, because I look at all of our jewelry every day. Here is a top emerald. There are bigger emeralds, but they don't have this glow, and they don't have this color. And I want to show you now part of the beauty of the design. You see the split style of the shank and the open work of this, like, moonbeam or sunbeam style, this starburst design of diamonds that start smaller and get bigger, and then you see the little bit of open work, and it's also the clarity. So there's a very specific reason we could not put anything else besides this under gallery. Anything that would have gone like cross hatch marks or anything else, or little triangles or checkerboard, we couldn't do it. That would take away from the exquisite beauty and rarity of 2 things here: the open work of that design and the stone being as clean as it is. Because honestly, that's what you don't get in emeralds. So this is the 214. We had it last night with 55 points in diamonds. Here it is on the hand, and that one is down to $37.77. And if you love strong emeralds, there it is right there. And don't forget to call me on the green tourmaline earrings. I think this one is gone, because that's a little recap from last night. It is, right? Thank you very much. And then we're going to show you a really important pink sapphire brooch or pendant. 2 ways to wear, actually more than 2 ways. You could wear it with the bail on the left or the right, meaning top or bottom, side to side, or look, there's a pin. So you're going to have versatility. Please don't look at that and go, listen, if you are somebody who says, oh, brooch, I don't do a brooch. Let's just ignore the fact that it's a brooch, and you can have fun experimenting that when you get it as your new favorite pendant, because this is crazy wild. It's item number 112-8806. Please call early. It's like a beautiful ribbon-like bouquet. It feels a little bit like a corsage, and it's just about as big as one as well. It's an 18-karat gold piece, stays in the white gold. Come on in. I need a pink sapphire lover out there. And pink sapphires we hardly ever have, because they do tend to be one of the more expensive stones on the planet, and they have been for years. We're going to make this really easy. This is a total weight of 1.37 carat in pink sapphires, 18-karat solid white gold, and 21 points in diamonds. It stays in the white gold. And if you want to ignore the brooch, fine. Ignore it. There's all your hallmarks in the back. That brooch / pendant can be worn this way. It can be worn this way, it can be worn this way, or it can be worn the other way. So you can, and we're going to show it on the hand because obviously the lengthwise, I can't fit into that tight shot. So here's what it looks like if you want to go north to south, the other north to south, east to west, or the other east to west. So lots and lots of ways to wear it, not to mention if you are choosing to wear it as a brooch, you can put it at diagonals or you can do whichever orientation you want. The length of the piece, and I need a collar because this is going to fly. This is, again, that higher purity gold. It's one thing to get gold. This is 18 karat. It's a whole different world than the 14 karat gold. It's 1.5 inches in top to bottom length. It's also going to be, well, about, I think it's about 1/2 inch wide, maybe even, yeah, about 1/2 inch wide, larger at some points there. But this is going to get wild because it's 18 karat gold, 3 luscious pink sapphires. I would wear it just like that. I think you could put even your larger chain through that side, certainly, because there's a larger open work there, so a larger bail, so to speak. Smaller chains can go through here. You can obviously wear it east to west if you want to, like so. I mean, whatever you want to do. It's just not going to hold very well at this tweezer angle, but there you go. You could do that east to west. Obviously goes on a lapel wherever you want it. We're going to go back up close, give it away. That's what I've been doing. That's why pieces are going. You make sure you let me know if you like it, because also great gifting, because everybody could wear it. Put it on your favorite white metal chain and you're good to go. Doesn't even have to be 18 karat gold. Don't worry. It's not going to be a visual difference. If you're working with a smaller chain, you're not going to tell the difference between sterling silver, platinum, and 18K. So don't worry about, just use any white metal chain you have and it's going to look beautiful. But it's also less than $3,999, because I don't know about you, but I know when I stand up here and show you $4,000 and $5,000 brooches and pendants, they don't usually go. We're going to make sure this one does. And that's because it is $999 instead. Let me remind you how important it is to dial in on the early side for these items, because it's not going to stick around at that price. There is just no way. Look at that value. Again, another like depths of the vault from a year ago. Beautiful idea here at under $1,000 for all that 18 karat gold. And yeah, there's some really important hot pink sapphires there as well that are going along in 3 beautiful matched ovals. The bigger diamonds, there's a little bit of pave as well on one of the outside exterior sides there, but you have got quite the look there. And $999 gets it to you. Don't forget about the green tourmaline earrings. I'm moving on quickly because a lot of our pieces are still here. We're just moving so that we can show you everything. But again, the bangle's coming up in 19 minutes for those of you waiting, and that is a really, really important $999 value. So let's keep moving because we got that necklace in the blue sapphire and the diamond, and it's 112, 6865. No, 6866. Here's what it looks like. This is one of those really unusual examples of 2 bigger stones coming together here. Solid, solid, solid platinum. And with the box link chain attached, so this is all one necklace. It's going to be our 80-point pear shape in the blue. It also is going to be, I love this, 37 points in that white diamond as well. Interesting, though, how different densities produce different looks. Those would look pretty identical when you see them from a distance, don't they? They look pretty even, but a 37-point diamond, well, again, it's looking more like a 1 carat because the 80-point blue sapphire that it's sitting next to. It is not a movable piece, meaning this is all soldered together. So I just want to point that out. It doesn't change its length or its detail and design. Now, speaking of length, we've got the beautiful, you see that clean, beautiful, sleek box link chain that's quite sizable there. It's got a nice gauge to it. This is also going to be 2 different lengths to wear. So you can choose to wear it at either the 16 or the 18. See that little O-ring right there? So that'll be 2 different lengths for you to choose from. And we're going to make it really, really affordable. Are you ready? It's what it looks like here on the neckline that really makes it stand out. It is like 2 exclamation points coming together as one almost. So it gives you a little idea of the size. And then that really big diamond, that really important sapphire together. Maybe that also could be something that you think about from a birthstone perspective. We're seeing a lot of this right now with 2 stones coming together. Sometimes it's 2 stones of different varieties. Sometimes it's 2 stones of different cuts. Well, this is April's birthstone in the diamond along with September's birthstone. I was just literally thinking today, oh my goodness, I was just thinking about 2 very important dates. One happened in September and one happened in April. in my life. So I was just thinking about that, and they may not be birthstone dates, but I will tell you that that might be just, wow, a meant to be moment. But either way, I like to point out the significance and symbolic nature of pieces like that, if that does mean something to you, because I think a lot of us love jewelry that means something. We're going to do better than, no, $49.99 is not going to work. We're going to go a lot lower. First caller on this one. Who is it going to be with that solid platinum, the beautiful diamond and sapphire? And boy, that's a rich royal blue too. Not too dark, not too navy. Also that pretty bright color where you just see it glow. And we're going to make it better than even $2,000 and all in platinum. There's your closure. That's the spring ring closure. And you can see that's a very nice heavy box link. So it's got a really good, again, that great thicker gauge, but it's that smooth type of style. Box links don't catch on anything. They don't snag. They don't do any of that. It really is. I mean, it's made literally like a box, but they're all linked together. So it's really smooth and it just reflects the light beautifully, but it's not 15. We got one only. It's not $14.99 or $13.99, just one. For one caller. Who will it be? Diamond and sapphire together. Let's make it $1,299. The jewelry giveaways continue tonight. And there have been so many ideas that are thousands and thousands and thousands. I mean, it's no more like, and technically I could call it under cost if we saved it 5 pennies. But we're not doing that. It's thousands of dollars back of cost on these ideas to get you jewelry affordably that you love. I don't want you to have to compromise. So many people have reached out in the last few months and said, I guess I'm going to start. No, you don't have to. Look what I've got with the values. You don't have to go to lab grown. You don't have to go to plated metals. You do not have to go to sterlings. You've got the opportunity. Now take a look at this. This is a wild one. We've got a little just moment in the museum here to take a look at a purple Paraiba. I could not resist. This is one of the cleanest and brightest, and yet it's still a really big size. This is our 4 carat 87, had the 5 carat 23 go the other day. Now we have the 487 purple Paraiba. Look at that neon glow it has. Sapphire and diamond necklace is still here. I will buy that at 8 o'clock if it's still available, but don't let that stop you from getting the piece that you love as well. So again, I just have to wait till 8 o'clock to shop. But here you go with your amazing opportunity right now. And the purple Paraiba is something that is divine, obviously super rare. This particular stone, it's item number 9020, so 9020, and it would be our 4 carat 87 in the copper bearing, but it also is going to be our private collection, 75 points in Princess. We really break it down here. 17 in the baguettes and 21 points in the round brilliance, but this girl can do math. It's a carat 13. I can do it. I mean, I would love to do it, but I can do it, especially when it's counting diamonds. I suddenly really love to do the arithmetic. So a carat 13 in your diamonds overall, making this real party of a triple halo. Again, feels a little different because there's that separation to each of those stones a bit, so it doesn't feel as regular and routine as a lot of halos do, where it's a lot of usually just little rounds and they just all put together. That's kind of a basic way to do it. This stone we felt deserved a little bit more. And so really embellishing it with these bigger, brighter diamonds, the unique cuts as well. Obviously, we don't see a lot of princess cuts as accents. It's one thing to see one stone, but to see a lot of them together like this is a little different than the baguettes, well, equally as important. Another stone where you really have to amp up the clarity grading to actually do that cutting, otherwise don't bother. And then here we are with the rounds as well. So we'll take a look at it. And it's going to be a really affordable price tag, under $99.99 for you. One fabulous piece. And it's going to be so incredibly affordable. And I love the way this looks on because it's a powerful piece, but it's not going to be oversized. A lot of times when you start adding triple halos, suddenly they're going to go like surpass the knuckle. It's not what happens here. You've got a real easy wearable piece for you. And again, really standing out with that different designer mounting. Now it's also the 14 karat, stays in the white gold. We're going to blow it out. It's not even going to be 1175, but I want to go even a little lower for you, like 69 or maybe even $59.99. We've got collectors who really want these best of the best, and that stone, I cannot find a flaw. We're very close up, as we always are. We start with that shot so you can really just evaluate every aspect of your stone and then take it a little further away to see the size perspective. But that's such an important look with Paraibas in order to really appreciate the clarity that we are so choosy about, not bringing you the basics and the average because most of them have a lot of visible inclusions. So we just skip all that and we give you something really special. And this one's actually $54.99 instead. So a big old value before we get to my little cat's eye chrysoberyl trio that is also going to be amazingly affordable. So we've got a few pieces. I got about a dozen pieces that are still left here today. Actually, more than that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pieces actually that are still available from today. So if you want to call any of those, you may, but we're going to keep on rocking and rolling. $54.99 on that purple Paraíba. Still have that zebra style brooch pendant if you want to see that. But we've got a wheel. I've got 2 today. It's going to be cat's eye chrysoberyl first, and then we have the imperial topaz that I hand selected. So they're going to be coming up as well. But let's get ready for one of the most phenomenal stones. And I mean literally and figuratively, because this is a great way to describe a stone that has this glow to it. But we've got 3 to choose from, so you're going to really get to hone in on your favorite. Whether you like a more defined cat's eye, like what you're seeing in this round, or if you like a little more, it kind of feels like a translucent glow here, where it's a more subtle blue cat's eye coming through against the chartreuse background. And then we have a wider band here that feels very lacy and cutout detailing. And I'm just going to move this to the center because that just feels right. So you see a really beautiful round, couple of ovals to choose from. Every single one of the 3, they are set into platinum except for the one on the left. That is actually gold. So here's the good news. You can change the gold color here. So you can go from white to rose to yellow if you want to. These 2 are going to stay in the platinum. And so you're just going to have to pick what's your favorite stone. We're going to walk you through the carat weights. They've all got the same price. And that's a wonderful thing as well. And we are only now 10 minutes away from the most incredible discount on this bangle. It is the all bezel set bangle. You are going to absolutely flip out when you see this newly reduced price on something that I actually did calculate what it would cost today to make it, so we'll tell you about that when we get there. But anything you want here in our cat's eye trio, and I'll try them on for you, but I do want to give you a little idea if you like to choose based on carat weights. We have, first of all, the 71 pointer is going to be in the middle. That's the round. And then we work our way up from there. 71 points in the middle platinum, 20 points in diamonds. The next one is going to be over here on the right. That is our 93 pointer in the center. It's an oval. It has a 43 point diamond weight. And then we go to the gold, which is actually the largest stone in carat weight. That's a carat 26 cat's eye, 21 points in the diamonds. And the bangle is 10 minutes, so get ready, white or rose. You're going to see that on the wrist here as well, and you're going to love it. But we've got to move all 3 of these. How do you do it? Simple. Under cost, you say? It is getting to be a thing. It is a theme of the night. We're doing it again on this wheel. All 3, you just have to simply choose your favorite, or if you want to get them all 3 as a collector, I mean, these are collector stones. They are phenomenal gems, and keep in mind they belong to the chrysoberyl family. This is the same family that has alexandrite and cat's eye alexandrite. So it's one of the rarities out there, and it's also very durable, so you don't need to worry about babying the stone. It's an 8.5 on the Mohs scale, so you can just wear it, live in it, love it, wear it all the time. Let that beautiful, that chatoyancy is not like other phenomena where it comes and goes. It's always there. You're always going to see it right there, stand out among that beautiful like chartreuse material. It's also a gem that you don't see very often in this color. I mean, we don't see a lot of chartreuse or green yellow gems. We're going to take them under $1,000 a piece. And that hopefully makes it very simple and easy to figure out, okay, is it a deal I want to get into? Hopefully the answer is yes, especially if you don't yet have one and you want to have one, because obviously it's a very elite stone, so you'd never see one for $9.99. Well, that's loose. We've got them set up here in, again, gold, platinum, and platinum with VS diamonds. And they will not be $9.99 or $8.88. And I know we're all getting very excited about the bangle, but there's only a couple of you that will get the bangles. So we will be talking about those shortly. Get ready, rose and white only. That's all I've got. We won't see it again at this price tag. So we'll see that coming up in just mere moments. But right now, this is not going to be $8.88 or $7.99. I was thinking we could go lucky sevens, 3 pieces, $7.77, and just really have a blast. But instead, going even lower, there has never been a price tag offered like this on those rings. I know how many of you were fighting over the very affordable cameo we had. Get a cat's eye, so rare, so beautiful, and really, this is just sophisticated, lovely jewelry is what that is. And you've even got the choice there to choose some gold. And that, I say that because we love platinum, we always have, but gold is even more valuable. So the gold on the left side, let's make it even better than $7.77. They will go. They've all got to. So this is all we need to do right now. Make them just $699 a piece, and whichever one you like is going to be yours as long as you're first, because they are one of a kinds, of course. So that is really important, and that's going to be it. So let me know. I will have to check. We don't have any moonstones here. I told you last night that round, I think, was our last one. Now, the round from last night is still available. unavailable. So to our Cali friend, I don't know if it means they're in Cali, but Cali 524. We don't have any moonstones scheduled, but I don't know if you saw the round and bridge last night, or if you want to see, I think there's one pair of earrings we have in trillions. We can bring those out. So do let me know, and we'll get those out if you'd like to see them. In the meantime, which one should we try on? Left, right, center, platinum, or gold? You let me know which one you like, but they're $6.99, and we are going to get every one of those out the door, no problem at all. And then I will show you, we've got some tanzanite earrings. They're the Asher cut, so there are those. Ooh, look at how saturated those are. Gorgeous, aren't they? And gold quartz is here. We've got one big gold quartz for you. Got a really good, of course, the bangle is coming up in just a few short minutes. We have that speen. I told you we had a speen in a saddle. You gotta love a green speen in a saddle. Wow. That, boy, oh boy, if that stone doesn't make you happy, I don't think there's a gemstone out there that you're gonna like. That stone is amazing. So we've got a real nice selection of, yes, the affordables here, but also quite a few museum. All right, are we all set? We all good? Nobody wants the cat's eyes. Well, listen, we got a lot of melting to do. That's my thing here, is that they are giving me carte blanche to discount and go back a cost and do all those things. But just be aware as a shopper, as a consumer, if your favorite does not go, you can't just, the airtime's very, very expensive. That's the overhead we have. It's not the overhead of having like 80 retail stores that you have to pay these huge exorbitant rents on, but it is pricey. So we can't afford to just keep pieces like this and keep showing them and showing them and showing them. And we also know that, keep in mind, labor is expensive too. And there's labor in melting a piece and taking stones out and taking diamonds out and melting them down. That's labor and that's time that I'd much rather have dedicated to new pieces and exciting pieces you have not seen. So there is a real dual purpose to doing discounts like this. Number one, really always, it's the real umbrella philosophy of this network is give you the values. That's better than ever right now. I mean, we're doing the blowout, but it's also, we're just doing everything we can so you take them, so we're not melting them and having to spend all that time and that labor to melt down pieces that have already been so lovingly put together for you. So it's just about get them out the door, and then of course you get the value, you're happy, we're happy, and you know, we can't see them again. That's the other thing. So you can't say, oh, I'll just catch that next time, because I'm sure she'll bring that back out sometime in December. I can't bring it back out if it's melted down. So that's the huge, huge thing I need you to understand about these discounts and these blowouts that are happening, is that we can't bring them back. Yes, you got it. And did you have a question as well? You got it. So we got the right side and the left side going up next. This is really exciting. And again, if you have any requests, get those in, because we want to make sure we get you all covered with your favorites. But we are going to take a look. I don't know whose request came in first here, but we're going to do the left side first. That's our gold, by the way. So that's the way you get the gold up there. And then the other two are platinum. Here's that gold design, which is the one you can change the gold color on. And that would be, I think I have that, I didn't remember in front of me. There it is, 5505. How about that? 5505, kind of a lacy look, carat 26 on the center stone. And then that cat's eye, stunning, with 21 points in diamond side to side there. So that was on the left side. Again, that's going to be the one we can change. I cannot believe we're changing the gold color. If you want us to, we will. We can still do the yellow with the rose, and you wouldn't even pay for that, and it's $6.99, and there's all your information. That was the largest of the cat's eye stones, by the way, as far as the center. Now we're going to take a look at left side of the wheel. Platinum setting, 1128710 here. That stone is the 93 pointer. The difference here, baguettes and rounds, and in a platinum setting. Diamond weight is 43 points there, so that's actually going to give you the most diamond weight out of the three, is right here, and a just slightly under 1 carat stone in the cat's eye. So $6.99 for any one your choice of, and that's better than melt. Oh, and by the way, what do we spy over here? Yes, those are the bangles that are coming up in just a few moments. 3 minutes time, we're gonna get those bangles up here for you. An all diamond bangle in bezel setting as well. So that's gonna be coming up in just a few. Looking forward to that. And any requests you have, get them in. We'll help you out. We wanna help you out with all those requests. It's a great night to do that. Friday night, such a perfect night for that. It really is. Like, kick back, relax, let us show you whatever it is you've been hoping to see on the show. And that's really important too. So here we are, $699. Are we leaving them here? Sure hope not, because again, they start the melt tomorrow morning. So really want to make sure that you have no idea how many pieces they melted from last night. It was so incredibly difficult to see all the pieces that were melted today. It was just like, oh. and there were the stones sitting there. Like, again, these are pieces that, you know, a lot of time and effort put into making them. And again, can't keep everything here. I'd love to just, you know, keep accumulating inventory, but you can't keep accumulating old inventory and then still also bring the new. So it's kind of a situation here where we're just really giving you some serious discounts to say, well, take it or leave it, time is here. Take them while they're here at that incredible value. You get the value, and hopefully we don't need to melt them down, and you get that amazing opportunity. Now we've got some tanzanite studs. That Sphene is probably the best one I've seen. If we look at that really, really beautiful Asher cut, that one is, just say the word if you'd like to see that and know more about that beautiful saddle ring. New tanzanite coming up a little bit later. We got yellow diamonds and a pendant, Paraiba, Imperial Topaz blowout. There's actually a big blue-green Paraiba I'd like to see out the door. It's our formerly $29,999 ring, and it's one of our best. It's got a carat 31 blue-green. Look at that. That is a very, very high-end stone. So that's going to be incredibly priced tonight. And then there's this new, it's brand new Royal Zambaran. We haven't seen many Royal Zambarans in a while. Look at this Royal Zambaran we have for you. It's also, look at that cut. That's a princess cut. Oh, talk about color shift. It's got some of our best colors there. All right, cat size, we're melting them. Let's get ready. I'm going to get you started on the early side here because we've got about 35 seconds to go till our top of the hour. So let's get you started with the bangle. This is the rose and the white gold bangle, our big top of the hour, which we want to encourage you to get on the phone lines now for this because obviously not enough to go around for everybody. And there's a new reduced price tag because obviously it's supposed to be a little bit more, okay, a lot more. And I will give you, I went ahead and had our jewelers calculate what it would be if we made it today, as opposed to making it, 8-9 years ago. Welcome in, everybody. I'll give you an official welcome as soon as the top of the hour arrives. This is 111-0360. This is an old item number. So the price tag, actually, it's one of those deals like I did on my anniversary show where we're going to take the price lower than it's ever been in the past. So a really incredible value is about to happen. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Happy Friday to you. Happy weekend. I hope your weekend's off to an incredible start. If you're feeling like, well, it's just getting off the ground, hopefully we can help get it off on that right foot for you so you can really enjoy this weekend. We have together an incredible array of shows, a great lineup here tonight, 2 more hours, 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours on Sunday morning as well. So I invite you to join us for all of those shows as we really celebrate the best in quality and value. And it really is. Nobody's going to touch what we do. And by the way, thank you to everyone who emailed today. I know so many of you have been receiving already your 3.5 carat diamond rings and blown away by them. And I knew you would be. So I want to thank everybody who reached out. I heard from so many of you today because a lot of special deliveries arriving, and the 3.5 carat diamond ring that I just debuted on Sunday, a lot of you are already wearing and loving, and very excited about that. So thank you. I even had a gal who was she was a little concerned because she has a really tiny ring size, and she goes, I got it anyways because I took your word of advice, and I know you to be transparent and honest and open and integrity. And she said, you know what, I wear a size 5 and I thought it'd be too big. She said, it is like a dream. So I'm so glad. So thank you, Cindy, on that. But let's talk about what's happening here. It's our top of the hour. Here's what I have. The good news is I have 5 total for the whole world. The bad news is I have 5 total for the whole world. It's a bangle that's a bestseller. When I debuted this, when I first arrived here about 9 years ago, this was one of our best sellers, and back then it was more money. I'm going to reduce it from the old price. I think we know, and I haven't looked up, I should look up what gold was at. I think it was $2,000 an ounce when I started here. May have been around 18, 2,000, somewhere in that range. Obviously, it's at 4,100 right now. So here's what we're doing. We've got a bangle that's going backwards because they're made up. We didn't have to make it today, but just for a heads up, if you went to buy this somewhere else and you actually were willing to go gold instead of plating or instead of stainless steel or instead of sterlings, and you wanted VS diamonds in gold, well, I'll tell you what, our incredible jewelers here at TVON would have actually had to put into this if it were made this afternoon, today. And they were all here, and everybody was here, and we were, putting the finishing touches on this lineup today and getting things out the door to you guys that you ordered in the last couple of nights. But this is really important because this bangle with the diamonds and the gold being where it is today would have cost us over $7,800 to make. It was like $7,814 or something. So that's a big difference from what I'm asking from you. If you want one of these last 5, here's how it breaks down. We have the 1 in the rose and then the 4 in the white gold. That's it. That's it. And it is a bangle, by the way, that a lot of people have purchased more than once. And if you're thinking, well, who would do that? Well, everybody. At this point, most people are wearing more than one bracelet. If you wear bracelets at all, you're probably stacking a few together, or you're doing the layering thing. So that is a bracelet that really lends itself well to that. It is our top of the hour because, well, we need your attention here. It's only 5 available. We already have 4 callers on the line, and you can get 1, you can get 2, you can get 3. But I would also say this, with the, oh, hang on, I'm just going to switch them around here because I want you to see the white gold because I want to show off the diamonds here. Because, yeah, we're a little showy. We do show off a bit. And usually, you know, if your kid's in school, you don't want to show off. But we do. We want to show off our diamonds because look how pristine and white bright they are against the white background in the white gold or the rose gold, which almost gives a tinge of like a pink diamond look because of the bezels. And here's the other great news. You're getting a ½ carat in diamonds, but the bezels make them look far larger than that. Operators, will you let me know how many you have, please, and what color? Because we have 1 in rose and 4 in white, and that is it. And I know that you know whose neck is on the line if I oversell them. So yeah, they're going to be, guess what? That's $78.14 that it cost to put it together versus what I pay. Who would pay the difference? Me. And as much as I love you, yeah, I can't afford to, you know, dump like another $6,000 into all these bangles for you guys because it doesn't work that way, right? So here's what we've got for you. $7,814 today to make it. That's a pretty interesting fact. And that is from our jewelers directly today. So $78.14. If we're going to make a few bucks, we'd probably have to ask $78.99 just to, you know, keep a light on. Here's what we're going to do instead. You have 5 options. It's holiday time. Here we are, mid-November. We're there. I was thinking about this, not to startle anybody, but 6 weeks from today, Christmas is over. So I don't know, that alarmed me a little bit. I had to look it up because today was the day that I was in the car and put the presets into the satellite radio where I had to add all the holiday channels. Yes, the classic Christmas and the traditional Christmas and then the pop Christmas and, okay, I didn't do the country Christmas, but you know, you get the idea. It was like I needed a little Christmas music in my life. So I started early with the Christmas music this year, but that's where, again, 6 weeks away, Christmas is over. So it's not too early to be shopping, especially given the fact that, well, if I make this in the future for you, it's going to be close to $78.99, or maybe who knows? What if gold goes up again? What if gold's even more? What we don't know. Because again, I was having this conversation last night. Gold is expected to keep going up. It's not like it's done. Hey, it's reached the highest peak level ever, so it's going to stay there. No, nothing says that the highest level it's ever been is where it's going to stay. It's actually continuing to go up. So the big predictions are $6,500 by 2026. That's another big leap. And here's what you need to do. When we're giving away jewelry, you take advantage. I got a better than sterling silver price. It's a better than lab grown price. I keep harping on that because everyone else is doing lab grown and telling you to buy lab grown. It's probably a better value if you're comparing it to anybody else's retail price, and fine. Not when you've got us. So here's what I need you to do. Tell me if you want the rose or the white. Get as many as you want. I'm not limiting. And it's a hinge closure. So let me also take a moment to tell you these are for average sizes. It's anywhere between a 6.5 and 7.5. If that's the bracelet size you wear, this is going to fit you. This will work for you, okay? So you've got that quality. You've got that great little, you know, just that little fact. If you wear anything, you're going to be good. You have a money back guarantee. So let's say you're on the verge of a 7.5, 7.75, and you're not sure. Try it, get it at home. I would love to have it back if you need to. But other than that, you're good to go. 6.5 to 7, it's an average size on all 5 total bangles. Now, it's also going to be better than $78.99. Do we have anybody thinking about them? It looks like we do. 6 people, 5 bangles. That's probably an issue. Let me show you the rose gold on. This is a quick look at the side detail. So this is how it latches. On the very, very side, it's going to have one opening only. Here's a little button where you're going to release it like this, and it opens up like Pac-Man, okay? Because that's something we all can reference, right? We know Pac-Man going around. So that's how it opens, so it makes it easy on, easy off. Once you actually put it on your wrist, I know that was very much dating myself. I get it. Definitely, definitely. There's the rose gold. So once you actually latch it together, it's locked. For your security, though, and for your, you know, ease of mind, it's going to have 2 figure-8 safeties that you're going to lock in addition, okay? So you've got diamonds all the way along the top. Oh, look, no snagging, no sharp edges. Not going to hurt anybody. Not going to hurt you, not going to pinch, not going to tug, not going to hurt your lace, your fabric, your silk, your sequins, your cashmeres, nothing. Don't worry. Putting on a sleeve, cold weather, no problem. Not going to hurt your fashion. Not going to hurt your other jewelry. Bezels do that. They don't hurt. They're just a great practical way to set diamonds. But it's also not going to be even 7 or 6 or 5 or 4. Even back in the day when I debuted this, and they stack beautifully. I'm tempted to I'll switch them out so you can see the white gold, but they stack well with tennis bracelets, with other bangles, whatever you got. And boy, I could not keep a bangle in stock last night, and we didn't have this one. And again, great for the average size wrist. You could go up to 7.5. You're good to go here. Here's what you've got in the white gold. That's what that looks like from a distance. Check it out. It's not going to be 4 or 3, or here's the crazy, crazy, crazy part. Not even $2,000. You just got to let me know. Do you want the rose, just one, or do you want what I have 4 of them in white gold? And that means you can get more than one if you want the white gold. But they're not going to be $2,000. They're not $19.99. We'll go back up close. We'll take a look at each one. You tell me which one you like. They stack amazingly well. And operators, let me know, yes. White and rose, already one of each gone. That means the rose gold is gone, so I'll take that away and we'll just show you the white gold because that's all we have. 3 left in the white gold, and I have not got down to the final price, and we're not even doing 19. This is what's so ridiculously incredible about this, is that you could never build it, could never make it. And it's really the everyday. It's not over the top. It's not too large. I think this is great for anybody who says even I'm more casual. I'm just a casual laid back girl. This is going to work for you. It's not overdone. It's not too much. It's not the big old chunky diamonds. It is really every single day wearable. Trust me when I tell you. And again, you have a money back guarantee. And this is the way you really wow somebody this holiday season as well. It's not going to be 19, 18, 17. I know we should get more. Just take them while you can. Happy Friday indeed. It is right now. It's not even $17.77. Or $16.99. Only 3 left in white gold, operators. That's it. And they will be gone. It is an incredible buy. I can honestly say this. I'll never be selling bangles like this. I feel very confident in saying that. Unless I go somewhere where I start selling like faux jewelry. I keep getting approached by people who want me to like, come sell CZs and come do your own line of, you know, fake and faux and this and that. And I'm going, no thanks. But here's what I'm going to do. We got another white gold gone. 2 left. Here's what I've got for you. $1,599. It's unheard of. So it has got now another white gold. So we only have 2 left in the white gold. That's it. That is it. That is all. And they will be gone forever. So yes. And another white gold gone. It means 1 left in the white gold. And that will be it. Our last one is now here. And we have a lot of busy lines and we have people backed up. So bear with us. I'm going to let you know when it's gone. It's down to one only so far. So that's going to be it right there. And then we've got, I did bring out the moonstone for our YouTube request. I do have the moonstone just in case you missed it last night. So I'll show it to you next. We'll show you what that round moonstone, because it was a bit of a miracle it stuck around. I think most people who wanted the moonstones have them at this point. So we do have one more left on the moonstone. We'll show you that round of the bridge. And then if you have any questions on those cat's eyes we had earlier, let me know, because those cat's eyes are hanging out for $6.99. And here we are. Yes. You got it then. That's the last one. You got it. All right, those are gone. Congratulations. So let's get to our moonstone. And 96.92 will look familiar if you were with me last night, but let's take a look at it again, because I don't know about you, but I can't stop looking at that stone. I have no problem spending a little extra time. Sorry for whatever's going on my wheel. It is a mess. It was a mess before the show even started, and oh my goodness, now we're okay. Look at that. Everything's all right in the world now. With that moonstone, faceted, round, and it's a carat 64. 96.92 is the number. It's going to be familiar if you were hanging out with me last night. And look at that beautiful carat 64 set within a carat in diamonds in the original bridge mounting. And we'll just blow it out real quick because we got to move this one aside. And again, bangles are gone. It's last chance, last call on anything from the incredible first hour, because also we're getting started on melt early tonight. This is our carat 64, so keep that in mind. And we are looking at something truly extraordinary. And it's our carat 64 with the carat in diamonds, and you have this really beautiful look where that double row does, if you're not familiar, it goes all the way underneath. 2 rows, it's 4 rows in total, but the 2 rows go underneath, and you can see it's just elevated enough where you've got just, you see there, perfect setting where it's the culet hovers just above those diamonds. And then you got all that great finishing on the inside. It's a very comfortable ring for being a heavyweight in gold, as we like to do. It's a very comfortable style. And I'm so thrilled we can bring it to you here tonight. And welcome into Friday. We got another hour and 45. So let me know what requests are. This is a request as well. And we're doing any gold color too. So if you wanted the yellow gold or the rose gold instead, that is no problem at all. But we have got to blow it out, and we will do just that. A $69.99 $2,499 should be price tag, and oh, is it better. And so much lower, we're going to blow it out for $2,499 instead, and that is in your choice of gold color. And again, let me know if you have any questions about anything else you've seen. We had so many items in hour number one, and a lot of them are still hanging out here for you as well. So something to keep in mind, and here we go, $24.99. And if you want to see trillion earrings, I do have some trillion cut moonstone earrings that are hanging out somewhere. So if you're into a really, really large moonstone trillion cut in an earring, I do have those. They've got a big halo in diamonds. We can always bring those out as well. And then I do want to give you a look at some diaspora and a great new tanzanite pendant we have in a fancy cut here as well. There's just a lot to get to tonight, but always the most important piece that we ever show is the one you want to see. So that's why we open it up to your request. This is the live beauty of the show here. The live interactive nature of the show is to call that phone number, tell us what you're looking for and what you're needing, and we will be able to help you out with that no matter what. We will do that. So that's again, and we've got such a great inventory. We can get you just about anything and everything. So don't be shy about making requests. And let me try this moonstone on. It was a little bit of a shocker. I mean, this is a gorgeous stone, and it's a little amazing. I mean, I know our Thursday night audience is kind of, hit or miss, but look at how beautiful that is from a distance away. What kind of amazing color you get. That aurora borealis effect is really, I was talking about the northern lights were actually visible here in the U.S. this week, earlier this week, which hardly ever happens. Usually you have to go to really kind of very far away Arctic special places to go see that are very remote and not easily accessible. And so to be able to go out in your backyard on the East Coast and look outside and see it in the night sky, kind of amazing. But yeah, it's one of those things where this is how, that phenomenal that happens in the sky and this really cool event, if you will, of Mother Nature is something that really is encapsulated every moment of every day in this moonstone of that specialty cut. So $24.99 on that one. All right, so that's a quick little mini request. And then we have a really important pair of tanzanite earrings to show you next. They are the Asher cuts that are very saturated. There is a very cool value on a gold quartz as well, big pear shape. We'll see that as well. And here we go. Tansy time is going to be our big earring stud. This is where we go a little larger on the stone, but we've got a really good cut for you. And hello, saturation. These are some of the best I've seen. And to put two together, that would have been so tempting. I mean, I like the discipline of our, team to go, let's just make one pair of earrings instead of making two fabulous rings. The matching is so well done here, and I know there's a little smudgy-wudgy, so let me get that off. But it's a $285 total weight in your Asher cuts in item number 9699. They have the halo around them as well. There's just something incredibly special about the way these stones are matched, the red gleam they give, the neons that are the ultimate, and wow, are you getting a value here, because there's a lot more money you can spend to get very inferior tanzanite material right now. And that would be everywhere else outside of the TVON world. So this is also 22 points in the diamond, so deuces there. You've got the deuces wild on the diamond weight. You've got this incredible opportunity to also change the gold. Don't have to leave them in the yellow. You can change that up. We do it for you. You don't pay for it. You just tell us what you like. Isn't that great? Just tell us, how can they be perfect for you? How are they going to be perfect for your collection? What's going to be the best match to the rings? Because chances are, if you've been shopping here at all in the last 7 years, you probably have a blue wing block D ring. If you don't, I know Janice was looking for one. Janice, if you're out there, I've got a great round to show you, by the way. So that was a request we received at some point before the show got started. So I've just got it here. So Janice, let me know. But this is $285 of Asher cuts. And you can obviously wear them just as they sit up on the wheel, or you can, turn them a little bit and have them angled a little bit differently, so it gives you a little more height if you like that kind of shape. But here's what I'm going to offer. One value. I know I saw someone on TV the other day selling tanzanite studs that were, oh yeah, he was calling them the best color, but no, they weren't. No, they weren't blue wing and they weren't black D. So no, they had no reds. They were, a nice blue purple, but they had no reds. And yet it was a stud earring with 2 carats and no diamonds. And they were a whole lot more money than where these are going. So I love that fact that you can get the best in the world, still spend less. Here's what they look like at an angle from a distance away, just so you can see the size, because it doesn't look like I've got a measurement up there for you. So let's show you here what they look like from that little bit of an angle here. And we've got, again, white, yellow, rose, and post and butterfly backing. When you angle them like this, they're going to be just under a ½ an inch. If you're to set them square in your piercing, that post is centered, so that's what gives you the freedom to do that. You've got 3/8 of an inch. So it's going to be just more like a half when you do the angle and 3/8 when you go square off like that. I'll show them on the ear. And what we're going to do is give you the price tag of a lifetime. What do you think? There they are. How pretty are those? And I angled them just a bit just to give them that little extra height, but it's totally up to you. However you want to do it, okay? You can mix it up and switch it up by the day, see what you think when you get them home, try them on both ways, and I think you're going to be very comfortable with one way or the other. But big value, no longer going to be that $49.99 price. We got a better value. Tonight, one pair, that's it, because you got these Asher cuts that are almost a carat and a half each, and they're extraordinary. Back to the wheel we'll go and give you that great value where we're taking them lower than even $3 or $2 or even $19.99. That is some extraordinary material, and so many of you have been asking for more of the earrings. And then I bring out the drops and you go, well, actually I think I'd be more comfortable with a stud. But a stud that shows up, that is proud, that is bright, that is neon, that is all the things we expect Blue Wing Block D best of the best to be, and they're not $19.99 either. We're going a lot lower than that. So just give me a call. We're going to help you own them. Only one pair. Do you need me to go lower? It sounds like we do. I can't let anything stay here, and we got a lot of recaps to do from hour number 1. Everything going in hour number 2, but that's going to continue. We get busier and busier as these Friday nights go on, so want to make sure you know that and are aware of how this shopping experience works, and always best to dial in early. We're going to make them better than 18, then 17, then even, oh gosh, 1777 I love, but let's just blow them out. $16.99 for one pair, one collar, that's it. So that will be the ultimate high-end value, and those Ashers, they are just gleaming the reds. It's one thing to see a tanzanite in this light give a little fleck or a little flash here and there. When the whole stone's lighting up red like these are in this light, you know they look better in person. They always do, they always will. This is not the friendliest light for a deep, dark neon stone. So to get all that is incredibly important and could not be better. So $16.99 on that pair. We got to move along. We will have the, again, the zebras here. The little zebra pendant pin is here. We have that great tanzanite trillion coming up in a ring. It's a new one. And then we also have that larger round, 7 carats plus. Any request you have, look at that. That's the way you get that same color saturation, but even more sparkle and more of that brilliant factor. We even have a great yellow diamond pendant for you. It's got a couple of big yellow diamonds. We have fancy cuts. We have the gold quartz. Let's give away a gold quartz, shall we? Because we know there's a lot of gold. And then we have that imperial topaz wheel. The trio of imperial topaz, my top 3, they're coming out in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll bring out a big, big value on, boy, I thought those would go. All right, what do I know? Here we go. This is the gold quartz. Look at that. This is so defined. I love that about it. I'm really, this stone is so cool to me because I like any stone that's like truly one of a kind. When it has its own individual pattern or fingerprint to it. That is always, like opals do this, and picture jaspers do this, and all kinds of stones like that. Gold quartz does the same, and there's a lot of them that have a lot of mixed, kind of the gold is wispy and here and there and kind of dispersed throughout the stone. This is so defined in a certain section of the stone where you see it like so, and you see it's picking up glare just like a signet ring would, where it's mirror finished at the surface. So it kind of looks a little bit dark there, and then you say, oh no, it's like mirror finished. And why is it so bright? Why is it so yellowy and so rich and so buttery? Remember, that's 24 karat, not the ring. It wouldn't be strong enough if it was 24 karat. But the gold within the quartz is pure. So it's 24 karat pure gold. That's how gold is mined. It's mined just like your gemstones are. It is mined from gold mines. It is mined as nuggets and like the rough we would see out of a gemstone, where then they take a gemstone rough material and facet it. Gold is mined, and it's mined in that color, pure 24 karat, where it's just bright and rich. You see the difference. Now, obviously can't set jewelry in that. It's got to be stronger. The elements that we alloy to make 18 karat gold and 14 karat gold and 10 karat gold in some other places, That's what makes it strong enough to hold your gems and your diamonds. So that's what we're seeing here, 14 karat gold. Item number is going to be 112-6373. It's our one only in the gold quartz. That is a 383 on the pear shape, but it's got that real distinctive, defined gold. And the rest is really showing off the beauty of the white quartz there. And then little cutout detailing, diamonds around the edge, 46 points in diamonds, all spectacular. And detailed too, detailed heart-shaped cutouts. Don't worry if you're not a heart-shaped person, you can still wear this because it doesn't look like heart shapes when you see it from even a foot away or 2 feet away like I'm showing you now. It just looks almost like crisscross patterns or some kind of little texture detail in the mill grain there that shows that off. But look how bold a ring that is. It's got that nice, great size to it. It's a big piece. The diamonds go all the way around the extra. And then, of course, you see there, it's got that little trillion cut of diamonds on the sides, if you will. And the whole piece, blowout price. Started at $49.99. That's probably why it's here. And now it's just got to find a way out. How do we do that? By making it less. By making it a whole lot less. It really is this simple. Call me quickly. You can wear it one of 2 ways, obviously pointing up towards the hand or away from the hand, as I'll show you now. And we're going to make this simple and easy and affordable and under $2,000 for all that gold in the quartz, outside of the quartz, the diamonds, everything. You're getting essentially a gem, a lot of precious metal, and a lot of diamonds all at once, and it's not even $1,500. We're going to move it. It's got to go. That's my mission. They said, do whatever it takes. You know what price it needs to be to get it home. It is absolutely throwing away everything that, as far as the cost and what went into making it and what it should be and where it would be at today's gold pricing. All of that is irrelevant. The only thing that matters is that everything I present to you on these shows these days in November goes out to you. So whether it's new or whether it's an older piece, it's all got to go. So that's really the key. I'm just pricing things to where we know they're going to find their homes. That's it. That's all we got to do. And you know what? 15, 14. I tell you what, we got it for $13.99 first caller, and that's it on the gold quartz. And that is another. They're all one onlys. I don't have 2 gold quartz ever. I've had thousands of them. We've never had 2 that exactly look alike. So you've got that chance to pick up something very special, very unique. Then we're going to get to the Imperial Topaz in about 5 minutes. We got the really good pinky goldens. I just had someone contact me today about Imperial Topaz. It's owned by like someone really important. And that's the truth. You know, it's funny. Most of the Imperial Topaz I know, the stones that have been significant have significance and stories behind them because of who they're owned by or who they're acquired by or who, from royals to heads of state to celebrities. There's a lot of, Imperial Topaz is a rare stone. So generally it's also very pricey and it's very unique to find. So we're going to show you not just any Imperial, but the very best of those pinky golden rich colors we love. So get ready for those. They're coming up at the bottom of the hour and I cannot give away a gold quartz tonight. That's okay too. We'll keep on moving, but we've got, again, those beautiful tanzanite earrings. Want to make sure you definitely capture those for your collection. Here's the great gold quartz. There's a new tansy pendant here if you like a fancy cut. I'll just flash a few things. You let me know if anything's of interest to you. Do you like a tanzanite pendant? One of those with the big yellow diamond. We've got a fancy cut pear with the pear shape. We have this incredible diaspora. If you like those kind of organic looking stones like the gold quartz, we actually have another one you're going to probably like, which is actually that really important Brazilian Paraíba, and that's also in quartz. And you know what else is happening? It's got the blues and the greens and the turquoise and the purple, all defined along this half of the stone among also your really cool quartz. What do you think of that? That's pretty cool, right? That's why we overloaded with diamonds, gave it 1.5 carats in diamonds. I have that one here. We've got this diaspora. Look at that. Perfect. And red, 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 red. Forget about pinks and purples. That's usually the best you would ever see. Is going to give a little tinge of pink or purple. Here's where you're getting outright, downright reds. Peering on through the goldens and the greens and the significant colors coming through on that museum level stone. It's also almost 10 carats. And then there's this one. A lot of us, we may have to refresh our memories a bit as to what this stone is about because we haven't seen it in so long. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a really rare royal Zambaran. It gets royal in its name. It's like we've called it Royal Zambaran for as long as we've had it. We got this great connection in Tanzania, of course, being a very rich gem nation as it is. and knowing a few people in Tanzania, we've got the best Tanzanite miner who provided us with a collection of blue-winged Block Ds. Obviously, we see those Mahenge spinels from Tanzania. This is another beauty here that you're not going to find just anywhere. This is Royal Zambarn garnet. It is one of the rarest garnets in the world. This is up there with demontoids. It's up there with your mandarins. It's up there with the savorites. But you get with it, it's like a color change, but you're not having to worry about changing your light source to see it. It's all giving you 3 colors all at once. It's as simple as walking from one room to another, or inside to outside, or on a cloudy day versus a bright sunny day. It is really all about the color shifting that's going to take place between purples and reds and blues. And you'll see really all 3 colors at once, but then in certain lights you're going to see more blue, and other lights you're going to see it be more red. That's the beauty of it. And we're going to show you here 112-9696. It's brand new right now. It is that Great Bridge mounting. And let me know, by the way, if any of those pieces I flashed are of interest to you. But look at this 307. Our first princess cut, not an Asher. What's the difference? Well, Asher cuts, like we saw in the Tanzanite earrings, are a step facet pattern in a square. This is a more brilliant, more star-like, more like a star burst of color and faceting throughout the square. So it's a 307. Diamond weight is 91 points. And we have a blowout for you in the fabulous bridge. Couldn't get better, or could it? Because also, in addition to the color shifting, you're going to see diamonds throughout. You see the diamonds through the stone. It looks like they're inside the stone. Now, they are not, but it's the illusion of, by having, you see it there. This is the same kind of bridge we saw the moonstone in a few minutes ago. And this is one only, and it will fly. Here's what we're doing. I got to show it on the hand. One of those, Zambarn means purple, but it's a bit of a misnomer because it's really not, I would say, less purple, more red cranberry colors, but you'll still get those little glistening purples and blues and things like that. We have it in white gold, but you can change it. If you want to change it to yellow, it'd be gorgeous. If you want to change it to rose, I wouldn't recommend it, but again, it's up to you. Choose the gold color you want, whatever it is, and let's make it happen. Even though this is now a mounting that costs like $8,000 to make, it's okay. We're just going to blow it out like we do everything else. Pretend it's been here 8 years. Pretend you've seen it. Pretend I showed it to you every show for the last 9 years, and whoa, it's been like already 9 years and 9 days, 10 days. It is really one of those things where you can see great garnets all the time. And this is not that pyrope garnet, which is that brown red that you see out in, like, you walk into the jewelry department where they got the peridots and the citrines and the amethyst, and then they've got a red garnet. This is not that. It's not a red brown. It's not this murky, hazy, deep color. Instead, it's that high-end purple, red, blue. And again, doing different things under different lights, you're not expecting to go from, let's face it, color change stones, it's really tough to actually go to a completely incandescent light. That doesn't happen every day. So this is where you can appreciate all the different colors that come through all the time. And we're blowing it out. It's no longer going to be, this is a great price, $69.99, not bad at all. We're going a lot lower than that. If only we had more diamond bangles, right? We love those diamond bangles. And thank you to everybody who's picked up anything so far, what values you have received, and what values still to come. And an Imperial Topaz blowout next. But first, this one's got to go, got to make it under $3,000. Let's go from 7 to 3 and not stop. We're going to just press the gas and keep on going so we don't have to do 29 or 28. Obviously, there's more gold and diamonds than that. Doesn't matter. What's it going to take to move it? How are we going to make you happy enough that you can pick up the phone and dial my phone number and say, I'll take it. I've never seen a Zambarn look like that. That's the one that's made for me. And you see, even as I move it side to side, now I'm seeing more reds. And then suddenly out of nowhere, the blues come through. It is one of the most amazing gems. And if you are a January birthday, oh my goodness, no brainer, you got to get it. It's not $3,000. I'm not kidding. I'm going below even 29. I really am. I'm serious about committing to getting all the jewelry, new or old, out the door. And this is your opportunity. I want to convince you that you cannot miss a show from here to the end of the year, because this is what's happening. It's blowout time. It really is. Forget about everything you've heard or read about in the headlines about gold. It doesn't matter. You've got TVON on your side. We're making everything affordable. And it's not going to be 28 or 27. Come on in. The bridge mounting is one of our best. It's one of our favorites. This is obviously a one only. And we've had fights over pieces multiple times tonight. Don't want that to find a home and then 2 seconds later go, oh, never mind, I wanted it too, or I wanted it too, and everyone's missing out. You can be in control of who gets it and put your own, I mean, like, put the destiny in your own hands here. You tell us. And let's make it even better than 27 or 26 or 25. I'll blow it out right now, make it $2,499. And that's a one only, and it's gone, I think. I mean, it's got to be. It's got to be. It was gone at $3,000, I think. But it's okay. That's where, again, you can also say sold, and then if I save you more money, I save you more money. Nobody's going to argue with that. That's what we love. So $24.99, first caller. We'll see who is it going to be who's going to take that incredible piece right there. That is something else. And choose your gold. Choose it. Whatever you want it to be. No problem. We can make it happen for you. $24.99. Okay, so we got to move on. We've got the Imperial Topaz blowout as promised. And only 90 minutes, well, not even. We got about 85 minutes left in the show. So not a lot of time, but we're going to get to that long-awaited stone. I know a lot of people, this stone is a real difficult one to sell because it's all in the name. You know, it's all in the name. And everybody freaks out when they hear topaz and they go, oh, so it's a blue topaz. No, it's not blue. And even though some of these stones are going to have some pink, they're not pink topaz. This is a very complicated stone to really appreciate and love on unless you've already done the research or you've listened to me jab on and on and on and on. Jab or gab? Gab on and on. Jabs at the gym, gab MTV. That's what I do. Yes, here's what, ooh, look at that round. Oh, I love the round. And then we also have this one here. So different colors, and that was on purpose because I still want everyone who says, I want more golden pinky, I want more pink pink, or I want true like 50-50. I want to look like true 50-50 pink and golden together. I think that Zimbarn, just check. I know we got 3 people verifying on the Zimbarn right now, but we are talking about one of the most precious stones in the entire world. And it's funny, I was just emailing with someone, a longtime shopper. She's needing my help on something I'll be assisting on. So Brenda, if you're out there, I will get back to you. There was a lot to take in from that email. I read it and I'll get back to you on that. But we all know, we've read about this stone. If you've followed gems at all, you've probably read about this stone usually in the capacity of being equated with celebrities or royalty or major gem collectors. It's not the kind of stone you walk into a jewelry store, even the finest, and say, point me to your Imperial Topaz. A lot of those jewelry stores will never have one, never be able to show one, may not even know what it is. This is a one-source stone. That may not sound like a big deal because we're going, yeah, I know tanzanite is too. Diaspora is too, that Turkish diaspora. It's all one source, that's not a big deal. This is one of the more limited one-source stones in the world, though, and having worked with the miner for many years, I'm still a dear friend. He and his family are really some of my mentors in the business because they are the ones who were the first ones to really introduce me to exotic stones in person, in real life. When I went to my very first trade show, which was in, I think, 2000 and I think my first trade show was in around 2002, and I went to Tucson for the first time, and it's overwhelming. If you're new to the trade and you're new to the world of a wholesale trade show with gems and jewelry from miles and miles of convention hall on end, they've been my guide, and they have the best Paraíbas, they have the best Imperial Topaz, and then they also deal really in all exotics out of Brazil. And this stone being one source in Brazil, Ouro Preto mine, there are different varieties. And one of the real appeals here is that it's a natural stone, pure. This is a pure stone. So for those of us who like gemstones for their metaphysical properties, or we understand that gems that don't receive any treatment are more rare, we tend to really love and gravitate towards Imperial Topaz because they're the precious of the topaz. They don't get any treatment, they don't get any heating, nothing. They just come out of the ground in whatever color you're getting. And so that's really important. But then you have these bigger stones here. And these are the ones that take it from just a yellow golden, like citrine. I'm sorry, but I would, if I wanted a citrine, I'll go buy a citrine. It's a very affordable stone. So if I'm just looking for a golden or a golden orange, I'm going to go get a citrine every time. It's going to be significantly less money than an Imperial Topaz. But as you get into this rare variety, you've got actual pink elements. There is only a small %0.5% of any of the rough that was ever mined out of this one source that ever had any pink at all. This is all giving that to you. All three examples have pinks to them. So that's pretty impressive. And you also have our 112 in the round. So even the round is going to be over a carat, as is the 108 in the oval, as is, oh, the big one's the 2 carat in the pear shape. And all three are going to be the same amazing price tag. So it is really important that you get on the phone lines, because out of the three, you probably have your favorite, or maybe it's the way it's set. 2 of the 3 have pink diamonds with them. Hope you don't mind. We elevated the diamond variety a little bit, gave you some really exotic pink diamonds with the pear and with the round. The round has a bridge, and we'll walk you through exactly the carat weights. But again, they stay as is. If, yeah, all of them stay as is, and there's going to be a great blowout price on all three. So you just take your pick. It's just going to be a wonderful value. It's a way to get one of the rarest stones. The big pear shapes were in earrings one year, and of course those were auctioned off. They had been Ellen Barkin's earrings that she wore to one of the big, I think it was the Academy Awards, and they were auctioned off many, many years later. That was a lot of people's first introduction to the Imperial Topaz, because they made headlines for how much money they yielded. That was decades ago. They are now royalty. Usually most of the stones were actually gifted to royalty. Again, I know the family who owns the mine, so they put a lot of their stones either in their family collection or gifted them to other big, big important VIPs across the world as a great representative of some of the best Brazil has to offer. So it's an important stone, it's a beautiful stone, and it's really, really rare because of what it delivers in that it's pure, pure, all natural. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give them away. We got the great value coming your way on all three. Give us a call if you like them. They started out at $79.99 and more. So it kind of just depends on which one you go. That's the pure pink. Here's the pink and golden mix, and there's more of that golden orangey pink, but what a great array. And that's why they're here. They're the best we've got. They're going to be well discounted from $79 or $69 or $59.99. We got the big moment here for our Imperial Topaz collectors, and it's also the original birthstone for this month of November. So for those that do celebrate a birthday, here's how you get the rare version. I know Citrine's replaced it because it was the closest look-alike to it, but in no way or no regard does it have similar rarity or similar value. This is far and away. It's also why they had to replace it, because nobody could find this, so they replaced it with Citrine, the look-alike with a much lower value and a greater availability. So here's what we'll offer. Instead of $59 or $49 or $39, and that bridge, I don't know, something about the round. I like a little twinkle, twinkle, little topaz. You know, it's just giving me some life there when I see the kind of brilliance and beauty the round gives. I'm going to make them better than $39, better than even $2,999. Last time I did an Imperial Topaz blowout, it was only a couple weeks ago, and that was the price, and that got them all gone. Every single one with a little wait list forming. Here's what we'll do instead, and these are top qualities. Anytime you see any little hint of pink, and most of these are given more than a hint, they're giving, yeah, that's not a hint or a subtle suggestion. It is kind of shouting the pink color. They're beautiful, bright, and bold, and they're not going to be even $29 or even $28. Come on in. The shopping is fine. We've got amazing values. It's collectible status pieces. It's the really, really rare that I know a lot of you frequent those really high-end jewelry stores, and you love to go take a look. This is something they don't even have. This is something that's more museum, and that's it. Museums and really auction houses. That's the only place to really find anything like this. And we're going to blow them out for better than 28 or 27 because, again, everything has got to go. It's all got to go. It can't stay here. The jewelry is just, we got too much new coming in. The holidays are coming up. We got really, really, really big blowouts on pieces that have been here. I mean, they've been here for a few years. They got to go. They've got to find their home. This is why that value is happening. It's not like this got less rare overnight. It's not like there's a big new discovery of it somewhere and it's devalued the Imperial. Anything but. It's all about this just ability to really say, let's move some jewelry. Let's take the current inventory. Let's move it along to you guys. We all want to really stretch that dollar as much as possible. We all want value. This is it. And yet you can own the luxury stones. You can own luxury mountings. You can get the VS diamonds and the big solid gold and all that we work so hard for our money. Like, nobody's just handed a big pile of money. Okay, well, some people are, but you get the idea. Like, outside of like lottery winners, and I know one, by the way, one of the biggest jackpots ever. It was Tony and I know him. We used to work with him. Literally, he was he's the son of someone we worked with, right? And he worked with us, and his dad worked with us, and One day, Glendale, California, he was in a neighboring community right here around this area. He bought one of those billion-dollar jackpot tickets. and you know, it's pretty cool, right? And that's great. So, you know, sometimes you get really lucky. Other times, the rest of us, we're all working really hard, and therefore we want to make sure that when we invest into something that we love, we want to make sure that it is an investment, because these are pieces we all understand. Jewelry is a luxury to have. Quality jewelry is a luxury to have. These aren't like the pieces you're into for like a week. We want to commit to beautiful things in real rarity so that you love it forever. These aren't like, okay, I'm going to be over it in a week and I'll wear it for a month and then I'll be over it. This is where you get that really, really important value. And yet 27, 26, 25, if it ain't working, it ain't working. We just have value, and it was a value a long time ago. We're going to make it better than $2,500. We'll blow it out right now for $2,499 a piece. Whatever one you like, that is the lowest. They're already well under cost, and they were made a long time ago. So big value there at $24.99, your favorite, whatever it is. But that's going to be the way to go. And to get pure pink, pinky golden, really the round on the left is really the perfect 50-50 mix of those two colors. And then of course you have the really good, really bright, it's not just in orange. You see the pink element in the center there. Remember that 2 carat, that's a 2 carat center stone in the pear shape. So if you want to go with the big size, and that's really tough to do, go there at $24.99. Do we need to just put everything on the auction block? I can do that too. That'd be interesting. That'd be real wild. We might do it. We've got a big top of the hour coming up in about 15 minutes. Janice, if you're out there, we brought something out for you to look at. We've got a great new pendant in a diaspora. It actually would look really good with the ring we had a couple days ago. Look at this trillion cut, and multiple ways to wear this. The intention was this way, but you could wear it this way, all the way turned around where the stone is kind of sitting at with the top point pointing upward. You can wear that pendant any which way. It's a brand new design for us tonight. So we're looking forward to that one as well. Paraiba's here, whether you want the Paraiba from Brazil in the quartz or whether you just want a beautiful Mozambique stone. But I think we need a moment, just show and tell time. If it's show and tell night, it's show and tell night. Look at this. That's one that you gotta see to believe. The color of this, the brilliance of it, look at that. That's something for the Sphene collector. Item number is 1128465. Thank you on the Imperials. I hope you enjoyed looking at them. They're so rare. It just, again, it's a confusing stone. It's a tough one to understand. Hopefully we've imparted some knowledge over the years about what it is and how valuable it is when you can find it. Now here we are with our Sphene. Color changing Madagascar material here, 362 in this Asher. It also has a 178 diamond saddle mounting. This is the large saddle, the one that's discontinued. We won't be seeing it going forward. It's too much labor and it's too much gold. So unless you have $30,000 to spend on the mounting, we're not going to be able to produce that going forward because the cost is going to get a little crazy. Because obviously there is a lot of gold in this one, and then the whole thing's covered in diamonds. It's as if you just glittered it in diamonds. Pavé texture, great finishing on the inside, and this piece is so everything. 362 on that Asher. Now Asher usually has the step fastening, so it doesn't do a lot of poppity pop pop pop. It usually is a little more mellow. It's a little more like, I'll give you some shine, but not going to give you fireworks. This is, you know, that's why we love our disco ball up there. We do that because it's Friday night. It's Friday night, it's party night, right? And a lot of people might be out partying right now. But here's the great thing about this stone. This stone has a great color and a color change, as the name tells you. It's a phenomenal gem. It goes from green to red. I can't show that to you on TV. TV, not that sophisticated. We only have one light source. But what we can see plain as day, whether it's day, night, fluorescent, incandescent lighting, you're always going to see this firework effect of brilliance. The dispersion level is off the charts. And I mean that literally, because you think diamonds disperse, they ain't got nothing on a Sphene. And this is why we love it. Now it's also in this incredible saddle mounting. You see it there, finishing, smooth, comfortable, all the things we want a saddle mounting to be. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Oh my, look at how beautiful that is from a distance. Never stopping that fire. The fire does not quit. It is beautiful, and it's going to be one of our big ones, and it just is remarkable in every way. All the colors are gleaming through. We cannot do that mounting anymore. It's just too expensive to make, but it's here with the Sphene, and my goodness, what a combination that makes. If you're going to give a lot of gold and diamonds to a stone, hopefully it's one of value, and this is. We can even change the gold for you to yellow or rose if you prefer. But there is a It's a $13,999 price tag, and that is going to be a very tough ask tonight. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, good, Brenda. I'm glad you heard it. Thanks for being with us. And Brenda, I had no idea you rolled with such a high roller crowd. But she was sharing great stories about some of her friends and some of their stones that they own and some of their great jewelry pieces. So love to hear from you guys. It's always great. You can always reach out anyway, phone, email, all the socials. Very accessible. I'll get back to you usually within about 10 seconds. But here's what we have for you, $13,999. I'm going to skip it. We're going to get it under $10,000 if you want the museum collectible spoon. On the way to your house, I would say try it out, see what you think. It's a beauty. And still, for as amazing as it is, it just quite doesn't, it's tough to do it justice on television. It really is. And so get ready for a big old value. Not going to be even $9,000 or $8,000 or $7,000. We got a big night here for you. And by night, I mean like an hour and 12 minutes. We got a big 72-minute show, and it's going to be wild. And let's just take this on down below 7, below 6. I'm going to make it $59.99, and that is the collector's piece. Shouldn't even put a price on it. And we just did. With that almost 2-carat diamond weight. And everything that's good with gold is just a lot of it. And $59.99. Now, I think we could give away a diaspora too. If we want a color changing stone, look at that. That's my 9-carat 44 diaspora. Also, these stones are actually very similar. Not the same, not related, but similar in that they share some common threads. They're both one-source stones. Turkey versus Madagascar. Different areas of the world, but one source. They both change color. This one from green to red, this one from green to red. There are similarities. So if we walk on over to the right side, 9350 is your item number. And it's also going to be this is a really good speen. It's going to be really the diaspora rather on the right side. It's going to be our 944 cushion cut square. The greens, the bright goldens, the red, 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 red. It's usually just a purple pink flash. This is reds coming through. It's like a fuchsia red. It is like a hot pink fuchsia. And it's going to be our 119. So you're still getting a lot of diamond weight, even though it's not covering the saddle. So we're just going to transition out of the speen and the saddle to the diaspora and the halo. And we'll get you the up close on this one. Also can be changed in the gold color, and we've got a carat 19 around it. Now, this is going to be a heck of a value. We just did the $6,000 speen. It's here if you would like it. This is instead going to be much less when it's so much larger and just as collectible. Actually, there's a little bit more. So remember, I was the one who introduced the world of spoons that changed color in 2017, right here on this set. This very show, this very set, nobody in the world had written about it, heard about it, studied about it, because nobody knew it existed except the miner. It was like the best kept secret in all the gem world. And yet, all kinds of publications and authors had to basically, upon my presentation on a Sunday morning in March of 2017, had to revise all of their gemstone books because they had to start including a color change variety of speen. That had not happened up until I introduced them. That's the difference in Spain. It's still not anywhere. The color change material, besides our rejects, we had a couple rejects that ended up on one of those networks, with the boys. But other than that, they charge way more money for ugly stones. But here's the thing. They were our rejects. We didn't like them. They weren't good enough quality. They weren't good enough clarity. But this stone has really been talked about and publicized, and it's got a following. This stone is really getting popular. For those that didn't know about it a couple years ago, maybe you're still not super familiar with it. Trust me, it is making headlines throughout the world. You will start to hear about it if you haven't already. It's our museum collection stone. It's our square cushion 944. It has 119 in dazzling diamonds around it, and we need to find a way to get this home, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the auction block. We're going to see what happens. Because it's supposed to be $17,999, and I'm going to do better. I got to do better. I can't get $18,000 for anything tonight. We're going to do better. This is what Fridays are made for. This is why you're here. This is why you're here with us, is you want the extra deal. You want the savings. You want all the money, money, money back in your pocket, and you still want the most incredible jewelry. Speaking of, let me try this on so you can see what it's going to look like on your hand, and then get ready to save a bundle. That is some of the most brilliant, bright, you talk about, there's really less champagnes and browns here, and it's really more about the kiwi greens and those pinky reds. And yet, I'm not going to do $7,000 to start. That's already 10 grand, well, $11,000 off. We're not going to start there. We just did the speen, which was in the saddle ring, for $6,000. This is a one source color changing stone that's quite a bit larger, 3 times the size. I'm not doing $6,000 to open. I'm not doing $5,000 or $4,000 to open. We're going to get this one home because the only way I can get away from $18,000 is by giving it away in the auction. But we need your calls if you want to participate, if you want to plug in your bid, if you want to give yourself a chance, because I'm going to start. This never happens, guys. And 1 carat in diamonds, please be aware. There's a $2,000 band behind it in just gold, and there's a carat 19. Those diamonds should run you about $4,500. So you put that all together, it's a $6,500 mounting by itself. Kid you not. I make jewelry every day, not here, somewhere else. That's why I'm downtown all the time. Spend my days downtown, spend my nights or afternoons or mornings, and I flip-flop it on the weekends. But again, days are downtown, then evenings on the weeknights are here, and then I flip-flop it and do my mornings here on the weekends, and then my afternoons and evenings downtown. Point is that when you make jewelry every day, I can tell you within a couple of seconds, just doing the rough calculation up here, what that mounting costs without the rare diaspora that you have. Here's what I'm going to do. $3,500 to start. Let's go. $3,500 just to get the thing going. And we'll go up in a $10 increment. Why not? $10 on the increment keeps that easy. Keeps it easy. But that is the ultimate high-level museum collection. Forget about all the other ones you've seen that have been pretty, but are they giving you fuchsia reds? Are they giving you flashes like that? And that's an indicator is what that is. That's what you call an indicator. That red flash you're seeing, the whole stone, if we were under an incandescent light and nothing more right now, the whole stone would be that pinky red color. Every bit of it, side to side, top to bottom, no open on that one, will move. I have literally about 50 pieces that are here tonight that I've shown you that are still available for you. So that's something to keep in mind. And here's what we'll do next. We've got our top of the hour about 6 minutes from now. We're going to bring out that tanzanite. We've got a diaspora pendant, the one I flashed. Or do you just want to see that now? Do we dare get this like really cool? This is modern. It feels like very fresh. It's that trillion cut. Let's show you. Trillion cut. It may even sit on its own here in balance. Why not? But there's so many ways you can wear it. It doesn't have to be worn east to west. It can be worn north to south, side to side, however you want to do it. It's brand new design. We've never done this pendant before. And again, you will have to choose. Day by day, maybe mix it, match it, and just rotate it to have a different look every day. 9629 is the number. We're going to go 0 to start on it. I'm just telling you now, we're going to go 0 to start with $100 increments. We're going to find a way. So this is the 1 carat 82 trillion. So it's 2 carats almost. Still has, and I know we're not seeing it directly face up because it just sits at a different angle being the pendant. It's got all mirror finished gold. I love that diamond that's burnished into the gold. And then you've got the pave the rest of the way. And that's going to be our carat 82, 15 points in diamonds. But watch this on the hand because there's one side that's a little more open bail. And that's how they're intending it to sit, north to south. But you don't have to do it that way. Now that's really pretty, but you could do it this way. Just pretend the tweezers are your chain. You can wear it that way. See the stone went over to the right side? You can wear it east to west. However you want to do it, there's the trillion pointing down. Here's the trillion pointing up. There are 4 ways, and let me know if you think of any other way to wear it. We're going to go 0 to start. And it's $100 increments so that we're not here till next Tuesday. It's 15 points in diamonds, by the way. So you're getting the diamond up top here. I'm just going to, sometimes we just have to just jolt everyone to life, Tony. So I know it's different and that's not scripted and it's not on your rundown, but because he doesn't have one. But I'm just really trying to just make sure that we get something out the door. So when it's 0 to start an auction, $100 increments, no reserve, it makes it a really big opportunity. And let me give you a measurement. So if we go again, north to south, it's going to be a measurement of, because you can wear it any way you want, literally 4 different ways. Yeah. $200. We got Ms. Moneybags over there. Who's that? Tracy's starting at $200, and she says, I'm willing to give that poor girl $200. And I might just steal that diaspora, and she might. Because you know what? How much? $500. We've got somebody else who's going to challenge. $500 is the bid. We have 2 bidders only. Come on in. We got a long way to go. There's a 1-inch drop or a 1-inch side to side. You're going to decide. Here's what it looks like on. Look how beautiful this is. And by the way, the diasporas go with absolutely everything. And you're changing the gold. So if you don't like yellow gold, if you're saying, ick to yellow gold, I don't like it. Do you have how much? 600? All right, 600. 600 is the bid. And look how beautiful. And it's a big stone. And we just saw the 944. If you want the 944, let me know. Let's go back up close. I'm going to show you all, again, you realize it's wear it any way you want, right? Wear it any way you want. And there we go. So wear it any way you want. I'm going to show you without the glare. We have $600. You can go east to west. It kind of gives an evil eye style if you wear it, I think, that way. We have, one bidder left. $600. Well, that goes to show you what kind of dilemma we've got tonight. It's just a night where we're operating with maybe a slightly smaller audience than the normal. And that, you know what? That's a Friday night for you. Some people go out on Friday nights. They go to movies or dinners or what have you, holiday parties or whatever that. This is the time of year when Friday nights get real busy, right? So this is the thing. We have only a couple minutes till our last hour kicks off. We have $600 only. Sounds like we may have $7. Thank you. We just got $700. So we have not even reached anywhere near a third of where it should be. That's because it's a dazzling trillion, changing color, one source in the world. This is the same material stone, it's just a different stone, different cutting than that 9 karat 44 we just saw. The 944 is still here if you want to talk about that, but we have one bidder left. I had to check. I have to do that to see my call board, getting my squats in here as well, which are a lot easier than the ones I did this morning, so that's good. But I will tell you, because those had like 150 pounds on them. So here's where we've got $700. Yeah, I can do that all day. We've got $700. We're going to give it a final call. We're going to give it a last call. And remember, you're choosing the gold. So if you don't do yellow, you can get white, you can do rose, you can do whatever you want. You've got the trillion cut. It's almost 2 carats. It's a phenomenal stone. Changes color 100%, and it's a trillion. So it gives you life. It gives you glitter. It gives you brilliance. It gives you beauty. This is one of our best. And it's going to be a final call. Final 2 minutes on the clock. We're going for it. And then we'll be in the top of the hour, actually our last hour of this big Friday. What's up? Okay. I mean, again, you realize north to south, south to north, east to west, west to east. Why am I saying it that way? Because you can literally wear it one of 4 ways, or just wear it a different way every day. That's another way to wear it, right? And then you can go this way or this way, because there's bales all the way around. You can put it with your DBTY. You can put it with any of your favorite chains, whatever it is. And that is where you get so many options. You're going to find your favorite way, but you know what? A lot of us just like to, when you get a piece that's versatile like that, it's fun to be able to switch it up day by day, hour by hour, go to the office wearing it one way, come back from lunch break wearing another, whatever you want to do. But we're in the last call. We've got 700. And anybody else thinking about it? Nope. All right, so we got a final minute to make it official here. And then don't forget about the 9 karat 44. We've got a Brazilian Paraíba in quartz as well. This is just such a beautiful stone, is it not? The trillion's dazzling. It's got those pinky reds. The whole thing changes to that. It's really, again, one of those stones that I know in the wholesale world, the last wholesale trade show I was at was, that was way back in June. Way back in June. But we know the diaspores were going for 3,800 a carat for literally 2 karat stones, just like what you're seeing here. And that was 3,800 per. So you'd have to times that by 2. That gets you closer to the going rate of the individual stone by itself. Here you have the diamonds, the gold, everything else, the ability, we can change it to whatever you need. You want white gold or rose gold. Let's make it happen. Why not? We got whatever you need, but 14 seconds remaining, and then we got to go. We'll have our winner. Now, who's at $700? I'm not sure I figured that out yet. Who's at 7? Because I was on the air talking when we got that $700 bid. All right, now we're verifying. Do we have 1,000? I would love 1,000. That'd be really kind, wouldn't that? Next minimum bid 800. Nobody else on that one? Or do we have 1,000? Mini power bid? Perhaps. Our top of the hour is here. This one is, do you have $800 or 1,000? I'm confused. Yes? Sold. Congratulations. Bye. It's the top of the hour. We got to go. Thank you, everybody. And thanks for all of our, I love when you guys, some of you just participate to participate. I love that. Isn't that great? Because you just never know. I've had pieces go, before I've sold, you want to know how many pieces I've sold at like $100 over the years? Great to have you with us tonight. Happy Friday. We are live with you from Los Angeles, a very dreary, a very rainy, a very soupy and floody and all that kind of stuff, Los Angeles. But we're so glad you're with us. So again, I rely on jewelry to brighten my day every day. And today we need it out here. We got a couple inches inches of rain. We got about 6 more inches of rain coming tomorrow. So we're just hoping to, like, we're all building boats and making the ark and getting ready to go. But here's where we've got great jewelry. I'm just so thankful the studio is holding up strong here, you know? Really good. Thought it could come in and have it be raining in the studio. We're good. We're good. So very, very excited to have you with us on this Friday night. Thank you for being here. It's so nice to have your company. We have 58 minutes to go tonight. I see you right back in the morning. So we've got more shopping to do for our Saturday and Sunday as well. But if there's anything, and let me just put this out to like each and every one of you, if there's anything you want to see, I've got jewelry. I don't sell vacuums. I don't sell food or granola bars or anything like that. But I do have jewelry. And we have a vast selection of jewelry. So if there's anything that you'd really like to see on this Friday night, and you'd like to interact with us and, you know, have the show really be tailor-made for you, please call me and let me know at that phone number there so we can bring it on out for you, and we'll do just that. Janice, I've got a tanzanite here already for you. I think you called sometime in the afternoon today. And then we've got, I know if you're here with us, we're willing to get your request. Now, we've got something special for a top of the hour. So this is a tanzanite, and it's going to be our trillion that I'm going to show you now. So here's our trillion with the yellow and the white diamonds together. Look how pretty that is. That is a beauty. And we went bold. Did we ever? From the trillion, which has that great saturation, to the amazing cutting the colors and the red flashes, and then to go the extra mile and add something as special as a double halo. Item number is 1129653. It is about as starlight, brilliant, bright as it gets. It is our Museum Reserve 256. That's kind of nice because we don't see a lot of the under 5 carat Museum Reserves. This is one of them. And we're seeing wearable size, 40 points in diamonds there. That's just the white diamonds. You also get 19 points in the yellow as well. So 59 points overall in diamond weight. 40 and 19 is how it breaks down. It's a great double halo. We've got the two-tone gold to match. So if you can never decide, because I know this is always a great debate, is we've been going through this debate for years. What's the better gold color for a blue wing block D? Honestly, it's always, it's a bit of a draw. It tends to look great in white gold and yellow gold together. So having them both in the same ring, I think, is a really nice way to just extend the wear. I'm someone who wears different metals every day, and I like to have something that ties it all together because I'm not one that likes to mix and match. But if you have a ring that has 2 metals, it makes it easy to then mix and match and wear all your favorite pieces. So I think that also, and I know I'm not alone on that. I know there's a lot of ladies who feel that way. So here's what we're going to do with this incredible, well, $69.99 ring, brand new right now. We're going to try something a little different for you here and get it a home. Take a look how beautiful it is on. And the size is what I think we've been missing of late because we've seen so many of the stones that are left be in that, 15 to 20 carat size, which isn't exactly in everybody's wheelhouse of wearability. So love when we can bring you something like this and not have it be $69.99 or anywhere near, and we know how to do value. So how about we just make this easy, and then let me know what requests you have because we have our final hour here, and so it does go by very quickly, and then we've got some recaps to do a little bit later for you. But all of that, and that said, we're going to make this even better than $69.99. I know the auction's not getting a lot of participation there either. So that was fun to do, but let's just send it out. If we're going to give away jewelry, let's give away jewelry. That's all I can do, is give you the best deal possible. Again, that's what they've tasked me with, is they've said from here on out for the rest of 2025, let's take anything and everything. And keep in mind, we have usually about 25 pieces of new every single show, every single Wednesday through Sunday. We got about 25 to 30 new pieces. And then we have all this, well, I've got free reign to take whatever out of the vaults. Everything is free game. Everything has got to go. So what we're doing is literally, I've been tasked with just moving the jewelry, really being less about profit and where's the margin at and what's the cost versus what we get from it. It's irrelevant. It's literally one mission. It's to take the piece and get it to somebody out there. That's the mission every single show. And so that's all we're doing, and it's whatever it takes to do that. So I think on a night like tonight, it's why it serves you so well, because while other people might be out and about doing other things, you guys are getting greater value because of it. So when it's a quieter night, you've got just lesser viewers, you got to do crazier things because you kind of got a smaller pool to choose from. So you really have to go wild. And that's what we're doing. I think you've seen it. If you've watched any of the last hour and 26 minutes, you know that. It's exactly what I've been doing. Here's how we make this a lot better than 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. I know the very, very base price of the gold is $29.99 with no tanzanite, no diamonds. because this is not your average band. And it does need a little rhodium, so if you do choose to get it as is, which is what's required here, there's going to be an extra plating of the rhodium on the side there that just didn't get all finished. So that's just a given. But $29.99, like I said, is going to be a lot better. And that's just taking the gold price essentially and saying, how about everything else for free? And then we just go ahead and keep on going because it looks like tonight's going to need it. So instead of even $29, let's blow it out. $2,500. Well, one of our better prices on a museum reserve, and keep in mind, the museum reserves aren't available anywhere else. And when you go to the museum, let's say one day, years from now, you're traveling through Europe, and you head to that big city, to that big name museum, and you walk in and you see this trillion cut. Now, I'm not planning on that happening. I think that I can get this to a price that's going to get a phone line ringing tonight. I think we can get it at home. I really do. I feel confident in that. But can you imagine if you're walking through a museum and you see that stone, probably not in the ring, probably just the loose stone on display. That's usually how museums do it. And that piece is sitting there and you can't buy it. You can't make them an offer. You can't put a monetary value on something that's sitting in a museum. All you can do is look at it for a couple minutes. And then they're going to shoo you away and say, keep moving, please. Keep moving. We have other patrons that would like to look at the tanzanite. And you kind of have I'll never forget when I saw a very famous work of art. And yeah, it was a very limited time. You felt like a lot of pressure to like literally see it and move on. Just, it was, you know, and a crowd was forming and the whole thing. And that's what happens. The Mona Lisa, you know, Monet, water lilies, whatever it is. This is going to be better than 25. And again, you can stare at it as long as you want because you're wearing it. You own it. You collect it. You want to put it on loan to a museum in your local neighborhood, you can do it. But it's not even $2,000. Let's blow it out. Not even $19.99. We got to move it. And the two-tone gold's how it stays, so you just tell us your ring size. That's all you need to do. Tell us the ring size. We'll have it right out to you. It arrives ready to wear. No sales tax outside of California. Full return policy, money back, guarantee, free shipping, free sizing. And you know what? It's not even $19.99. Suddenly, we have one of our biggest values in tanzanite ever. I have been offering blue wings for 7 years. Do you know that for 25 years? Which means that all those other years, 18 years prior to the last 7 here of offering blue wing block D, I've only shown block Ds. Blue wing is a certain specific variety of block D. So there's D blocks out there, but there's no other blue wing block D. So that's the differential there. That's how you separate them. That's how you know what's going on. This is still D block, but a very specific color of the better of the D block, the better saturation, that one vein that was very, very sparse and therefore all collected and held on to by the miner who we worked with to get the collection here. And it's not going to be 19. Okay, how do we do this? I'm lost. I don't know, because I've told 7 years straight to tanzanite, that price is a headline. That price is there should be alarm bells and sirens and all kinds of phone lines ringing going, I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it, I'll take it. That's not happening. So here's what I'll do. I'll go even lower for you and we'll make this easy. It's just, it's all we can do. You know, it's all we can do is just give it away. Give away some jewelry and you'll be thankful you were here tonight. That's all we got to do is just say, here's the price tag, take it or leave it. Someone going to take it. We're going to make it better than 19. How about $18.99? How about $18.88? And we're busy on the phone line, so I have a feeling this one's going to be going here. And we may have hit that struck the nerve of, okay, now we see the value. But we're not doing $18.88. It's not going to be $1,799. We got the value. It is yours to take, and there are so few trillions. There have been so few trillions over the last 7 years we've been delivering them. There have been very few trillions to ever show you or share with you, and we'll take it even lower. I got 60 seconds with this one. We'll make it 1777, and that's it while it lasts. Now, I've got a bigger round. If anybody wants to see the round, I do have a 7-carat 06 round. Oh, my goodness. 706, not going to be any more affordable, but it is a big round. So we do have a 7-carat. We've got a beautiful yellow diamond piece. We've got updates and recaps and everything else you could ever want to see. If you want the moonstone, there was a round moonstone, the Zambaran princess cut, the tanzanite Asher studs, the round moonstone in the bridge, the purple Paraiba, the cat's eye chrysoberyls, oh, those green tourmaline gorgeous earrings we had. Anything, you name it, we got it. 30 seconds left, but if you have a request, you got to get those in too. And my diaspora is still here, not the pendant, but the ring, the 944 is here if you'd like it. And then we do have a Brazilian. Oh my gosh, the Brazilian Paraiba in the quartz is so good. And by the way, I'm going to try this on again. So let me just show you here what this looks like, okay? So, because there are two ways to wear it, because you guys all debate. Do we do pointing towards the hand or away from the hand? So this is how it looks away from the hand, because that's the point. So pointing away, or, and again, everything stays as is, two-tone gold, but how pretty. These are like team colors, right? And I don't know what team you root for. But I say that because usually when you put billions of dollars behind a sports franchise in professional sports, pick a sport, hockey, football, baseball, basketball, whatever, croquet, badminton, whatever it is, soccer, whatever it is. Usually the colors of teams, the two colors that combine together, they're good because they work. And they combine together because they work really well. There are so many, I could literally, as the sports obsessed that I am, I could just go on and on naming teams that have either blue and yellow or purple and gold, right? There's a long list. And it's just what that means is that, sure, it'd be great if you root for one of those teams, but it's also just about these colors working so well together. So don't let the yellow diamonds deter you. The reason they're there, we talked about this earlier, the way the yellow gold and the white gold work with tanzanite, same way that the yellow diamonds, especially this impactful, bright neon yellows we have, work with the white diamonds. It all works together. And it's a fun way to just kind of jazz it up a bit. You're not going with the basic. I know it's simple to do like a basic halo, just white diamonds, or even a double halo, just white diamonds. But it does add a little more interest. Like if you walk in the room, imagine if that was just, let's visualize this for a minute together. If you saw that ring and it just had a double halo in the white diamonds. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty basic. I don't know if anyone would look twice. It's a ring, you could see it with a sapphire, you could see it with a diamond, you could see a ruby. A lot of rings out there have a double halo in white diamonds. It's one of the more classic, timeless styles of all of jewelry. But to just add, and it's not just yellow diamonds, it's this particular color of yellow diamonds. I'm sorry, but this is not a light, faint canary yellow. No offense to the canaries. No offense to the canary yellows of the world. No offense. I love a canary yellow diamond. I like a canary yellow. I think they're really pretty. But there is more value, there is more rarity, there is certainly more wow factor, just visually to the eyeball. There is more wow factor with a bright yellow diamond that pops like this one does, because it's like a neon yellow. I'm sorry, neon yellow? Like what do we associate with neon yellows? Like a true neon yellow. I think of like a traffic vest, you know, when somebody, someone's out working in the most extreme harsh conditions, they want to be noticed so that they're safe. That's where you see like neon yellows, like really, again, where you want to draw people's attention. Oh, a highlighter, when you're highlighting a passage in a book, because you want to remember it and you want to be able to reference it. Things that are meant to draw attention. So you're adding a proverbial spotlight on this stone here by giving it a neon yellow halo at first, and then still adding the white diamonds. I think it's incredible. So 1777, and it certainly does. I know we see a lot of yellow diamonds here, but it certainly does. We can't just dismiss the fact that that adds a lot of value as well. It adds a lot of value. Okay, so we're gonna give it a last call, 60 seconds. We got about 45 minutes to go. I have no requests at all. None, which is sad. Oh, feels a little lonely. I'm always lonely on a Friday night. I know, everyone else is out and about, and I'm, you know. But here we are. It feels sometimes it feels a little lonely when I don't hear from you guys. And especially on the request front, because we got a whole inventory here just waiting to show it to you and discount it. But look at that trillion. I mean, I'll tell you, if you don't like sparkle, yeah, this is not your stone. You gotta love, because all the blue wings I show you, they have the neon, they have those bright blues and purples and reds, but not every stone is gonna sparkle like that. And sometimes the sparkle overtakes the neon, and then everyone's going, I'm not happy. I want the sparkle and the neon. That's what this stone gives you. It still maintains that very saturated neon, but you're getting sparkle as well. You don't have to give up or concede one for the other. That's what I love about this particular trillium. So we're going to move along and talk about this huge Brazilian Paraíba. This is the original find. And if this was a facet, if you dug that out of that quartz right now and you faceted that, you'd probably have the biggest Paraíba I've ever seen, from Brazil at least. Seriously, that's a huge stone. 313 is the size of your quartz, but a good portion of that is Brazilian Paraíba that is both blue-green and purple together. That is super cool. So you're getting, because I'm always telling you, the blue-greens are rare, one of the rarest stones in the world, but so are the purples, even more so on the purples. So this is really important. 313, that's the quartz. Item number is 1128-195. It's also in a big carat and a half diamond mounting with a finishing and the undergallery and all that good gold. Look at that, lots of gold. Oh my gosh, isn't that fun to look through the inside and see your Paraíba going all the way through? This is all through the stone. Seriously, I don't know if anybody has access to gem cutters out there, but you might just want to, I'm tempted to do it. I'm tempted to literally cut this. I mean, interesting, right? Do you guys want to keep the purple there? Should we keep keep it like a swirling mosaic of colors? Or should we just try to, if we go a little, it'll be smaller, but we could just keep it with the blue greens. I mean, anyone else tempted? I'm tempted to just like facet that Paraíba material. I think it'd be our largest we'd ever seen, ever. So cool. So here we go. Since they want me, obviously the piece is finished and there's a lot of work that went into it. So for now, we'll just leave it as it is. But that's an option you have. I mean, you own the ring, you own the ring. But the Paraíba is stunning, and it's more Paraíba than most, that's for sure. And it's the original find, and you're getting a little bit of that natural blue-green, and then, of course, that purple as well, and lots of diamonds in white gold. I am so thrilled we have this. I'm going to mark it down, and if anyone wants it for even just the diamond mounting, you can take it for that and be really well on your way to one of our most proud values. Here's what it looks like on the hand. So seeing it from a distance away, yeah, there you go. That's the size perspective we're looking for. It's a big one, isn't it? Stunning. And here it is the other way. There you go. I just think, and from that visual standpoint, from afar away, you can still see the purples and the blues and the greens, and really nicely offset and standing out among that more white of the quartz. And I don't know, I was pricing white quartz countertops the other day, and it was like 80 grand for a countertop. I don't know. So yeah, there's something happened with the quartzite and the quartz world more than just a gemstone representative. I mean, you're looking at it just for home use. It's crazy, the kind of pricing on natural gems right now. Onyx, marbles, quartzite, all these different, natural materials. Crazy money. Gems, the portable version thereof. You can wear it, and it's decked out in diamonds and gold as well. We're going to take a $79.99 piece and really drop the price. That's what we're doing. We have 40 minutes left to go. So take a look at this one more time. And come on in on the phone line so we can make this happen for you. This is exciting. Whew. It's a deep breath moment because I'm about to do something I really should not do. But we're going to make this so much better than $7,000. $8,000 is really where it should be. I got to go lower. I don't think 7 or 6 or 5 is going to do it. We got to go lower. Got to make it better than even, and this is a carat and a half in diamonds, so I really have misgivings about this. A lot of gold, big custom mounting. That's all made for that stone. And is there any price tag for the customizing and the stone? No. Labor, custom, all that stuff? No. No charge for that. Think of it as we are your private jeweler. We just don't charge all that extra. There's not all that upcharge that we should be doing that for custom mountings and custom designs you would have to pay anywhere else. It's just like every time you tune in, these pieces are made for you, with you in mind. We don't sell to anyone else. Don't you hate that? Like you look on TV and it's like, not only are they selling all kinds of different quality, but then also you realize, well, that's the same jewelry that the cruise ships have and that the store has and that the outlet mall has. And I'm going, you can get it anywhere. You can get it anywhere. Every time I turn on the TV and watch some home shopping, I'm always stunned at, well, you can get that at the mall. Same stuff, same jewelry. You can get it on the ships and on the malls and at the stores and at the everything. And yet it's everywhere. It's the same jewelry. It's the same recycled pieces that you've seen everywhere. I love that everything we do, and that's why I say everything is made for you. We have one customer base. We don't sell to anybody else. Our jewelry is never on any other network. We don't have our jewelry. It's not in stores. We don't sell to the cruise ships when you're in the Bahamas. We don't do any of that. It's all just for you. Literally custom made for our small boutique TVON family. That's who we make jewelry for, that and that alone. And so everything is, this is why our quality standards are so high. Everything's made by hand. That's why all that customization is done for you free of charge, because we want it to be exactly as if you sat down and literally custom made it with an artist and a jeweler. And that to me is invaluable. It's invaluable. Nobody else does it. And we're making it better than 59. 49, 39, 29. Now are we interested? Let's go even lower. There's only one, of course, and we're going to make it $2,499 and send it on out. Send it on out of here for, really, I think that's the best looking of the Brazilian Paraíba in quartz we've ever had because of the color play. The amount of the turquoise sea blue green that you have, the purple there in the mix as well. And with literally, guys, we have like 38 minutes to go. So this is now time. I know it's tempting to wait till 30 seconds are left to make requests, but by then there's not enough time. So let me know what requests are. Let me know if you want to see something recapped again. Let me know if you want to see anything from the vault or anything from the week so far, or anything at all. We're going to do that for you, okay? So just let me know. That's what you got to do. Interact. Tell us what you want to see. If that ring is of interest, well, here's the deal. You get it at home. We send it to you for free. You get it home. And you decide then. Try it on. Wear it. Get an opinion of someone you care about. See what they think. Although I don't really care what anyone else thinks. But if I'm saying, like, if it's a jeweler or something, you want to say, like, hey, have you ever seen this? I think jewelers are always happy to see unique pieces too, because jewelers don't usually have access to real exotics like this. So I know that they're always excited when TVON shoppers come on in. A little jealous maybe that you weren't shopping with them, but still exciting nonetheless to see, what do you have now? What did you add to the collection this week? And that's really the thrill of it. So we do have an actual, like, faceted Paraíba. I'm just going to show you this cute little, I love the idea of a brooch pendant. So let's just show you this cute little zebra look here. It's a white gold, 18 karat. Remember how many pieces we had in the early parts of the show for under 1,000? Let's do this one under 1,000. Not to just totally give it away, but I mean, I'm going to give it away. It's going to be 111-8501. That's my only zebra. I've had many sea lions here, many puppy dogs, many different types of critters and animals, but this is the only zebra. And super cool. I mean, blue sapphire eye, 18 karat solid gold, black diamonds in the stripes. And of course, that's striping with the white gold, so makes sense. And then a little bit of texture to the finishing of the inside of the ears there. And then look at this. This is the finishing behind it. Not only that, but it's got, so this sphere, that's going to be actually your pin. It tucks away though. So if you unscrew that, that's your backing, if you will, you can actually put your chain through it like I've done with the tweezers here, and then you can set that pin down into the design so that it won't hurt you, okay? So that it doesn't sit in a weird way on the neckline. And we've got one only and a huge blowout. And remember how beautiful this is? Let me show you from a distance away again so you can see the measurement, 3/4 of an inch. Let's verify that. Then we'll show it on and we'll give you, there you go. Yeah, it is 3/4 of an inch, maybe a tad bit more. Here's what it looks like from a distance away. So you can easily see what that's, I think it'd be great too, even for maybe like, I mean, okay, just go with me here. Just maybe if you play chess, I realize those aren't zebras, but it kind of from a distance could be. Chess piece, just going to put that out there. I just think it's so, I like pieces with personality. I really do. So this is really giving you that, and really well made in the 18 karat gold. And here's another look at it. We're going to blow it out for $699, and I'll hold it up right for you and just get that different grip on it here, and we'll show it to you this way. But fun piece to wear a variety of ways, and it's only $699, so kind of fun for 18 karat gold, don't you think? And also black diamonds and a blue sapphire all together right there. So a really beautiful design and only $699. And then there's Paraíba. We've got the big carat 30, and then we also, I'll just show this just in case Janice is out there. I did have your name on this. It's not just for her. It's just, I don't know what the request was, but I had her name on this when I was here earlier this afternoon. So I just wanted to show it just in case she's waiting. Or if anybody wants a 7 carat round, it's item number 8432. And don't forget to call me on the zebra. Then what I'm going to do is put up all the pieces that I had under $1,000 earlier tonight, so that if you missed them, you can see them one more time, and we'll give those all away and make sure everybody's got a chance at some really cool under $1,000 pieces. And then we also have this 706, so the trillion I think is gone. So now we just got to give a little love to this one here and make it that 706 with a carat 11 double halo. See, this is all the white diamonds. So maybe if that was the deal breaker for you and you're not a yellow and white diamond lover and you just want straight up white diamonds, listen, everybody's got a different need. Everyone's got a different like. Everyone's got a different interest level. So we do bring it all. We do. We make a point of that so that, you know, your neighbor might like this one and you don't, and then vice versa on the other. So it really is nice to have those options. Double halo and white diamonds here, looking fantastic. That Brazilian Paraíban quartz is still here, but now we're talking about the round. This stunning Portuguese cut round. Got to give it away. End of the show is near, so let's make this happen for you. And it's a $14,999 piece. That's just not going to work. And the rounds are rare, just like the trillion we had earlier. Gives you a lot of that dynamic saturation, but still neon. Still giving you red flashes, but also giving you flash, okay? And how about a lot of that flash for a very little cash? That's what we're talking about. That'd be value in something that at the end of the day is worthwhile, collectible, unique, specialty, all of those things. And you're not paying $49.99 for that round. And that one really has the diameter of the finger here. For reference, I'm a size 5.5, so just to show you, if you are in that neighborhood, it's really going to cover the finger. You don't even really see the band until you're all the way turned to the side. So that's a very big stone with that double halo prominently featuring around it. First the medium-sized diamonds, then the larger, and we're going to make it better than $14,000, better than even $5,000. $49.99 is $10,000 in savings. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that, but we're going to do better. Just our tail end of Friday night here, and then we see you in the morning. Don't miss that show because we do have some more big diamonds. And I know that last week you really liked big diamonds in a band ring. How about a necklace to match? How about a necklace to match? And I know there were many of you that picked up a really special band ring last week that completely sold out. Well, I've got a necklace to match it. So while we're debating how low I can go on the tanzanite, let me just show you something here. Anybody else? Does this look a little bit like the Carrie necklace in Paris? I'm just saying. But that's going to be the big diamonds. And they're not rough cuts either. They're fully faceted round brilliance, bezel set. That is, we've never done anything like it. It's totally unique to anything we've done before. So that's one of the great pieces you'll see this weekend in white or yellow gold with very big diamonds. So that's going to be coming up. So yeah, it looks great with the band we had. And I know so many of you have reached out telling me how much you're loving your 3.5 carat band. So I'm so excited. I kind of knew you would, and I'm so glad you like them. But here we go with a better than $49.99 price, better than $39.99. Gotta move the tansy, the round, the 7 carat, the stunner, and we're gonna make it better than $38.99, or you know what? Not even $37.99. We'll make it $37.77. First caller on that 7 carat round. I mean, we got the 7 carat. We might as well go with the 7s there. So we've got it for $37.77 out the door to you. And that is white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold as well. You do get the option to change up the gold, even though it's got all white diamonds straightforward. Still get the option to mix and match. Maybe you want the yellow gold or the rose gold. You can do that. But we just made a $15,000 ring under $3,800. So a very important buy right there for one caller. So that's going to be, hopefully, I think that's going to find its home here. And then we've got a little recap on some great pieces under $1,000 now. There were rings, pendants, brooches. We have had it all. There have been a lot of affordable ideas in the show. So we want to carry on, make sure you see those, and get you some great big deals. Plus we had those tourmaline drop earrings with almost 8 carats of tourmaline. They were $15.99. We had tanzanite Asher cut earrings. We had the big moonstone round. We had, of course, the cat's eyes. Lots of cat's eye chrysoberyls for you. So lots to consider from the show on this Friday night as we're about ready to wrap it up. So let's keep moving. I got to show you what's here in the under $1,000 category. And they're not all rings either. So it's going to be a little bit different here. I'll flash in some pieces. We'll add the rings to the wheel. Here's our diamond. Beautiful floral here. It's like a designer floral too, because it feels very designer, very, very, very designer, because it's got the 5 stations of individual round brilliant diamonds. That's a beauty. That one is this is all going to be under 1,000, but it's quite a few pendants, necklaces, assorted pieces here. So we're going to have to, they're not all going to sit on the wheel here on their own, but there's the necklace. That's our black onyx white diamond 18 karat golden necklace. We also have this pendant that was new today. This is a really fancy cut. It's a blue topaz. It's the London blue. That one is also under 1,000. We'll flash in a couple of other things here. And by the way, that's all done with that fancy cut trillion and then some great designer styles around it. We also have the pink sapphire. This is a brooch or pendant. You can wear it any number of ways. It's under 1,000. It's $9.99 for a 18 karat gold, by the way, solid 18 karat gold on this brooch pendant. Combination pink sapphires and diamonds. Pink sapphires are so lovely. They're really valuable. They are stunning, especially in the hot pink colors like you're seeing there. That's 18 karat gold and a lot of it, $9.99. The ring right here with the florals, that's only going to be, got that one down to $6.99. We have the necklace back here with the onyx and diamonds in the 18 karat gold as well. That's a full necklace. That necklace is $7.99. So lots of options. The blue topaz that I flashed in that pendant, that's designer. And guess what? That's a London blue topaz. Fancy cut. Guess what? $7.99. So take your pick, but under 1,000. I know they're just not all going to sit here so on their own, so I'll just hold them up. But that's where you've got some really cool options where we're getting 18 karat gold in a couple of choices, pink sapphire brooch pendant. You can wear it east to west, north to south, south to north, or west to east, whatever you want to do. That's 18 karat gold in this necklace. It's a full necklace. Then we've got the London blue, fancy cut. Remember, all under $1,000, everything I'm showing you here. So that's really special. The ring is rose and white. It's got the little bit of white rhodium by the bezels around your rounds. This is our London blue, the London blue trillion 208, diamonds up and over it. It's kind of like an overlap style. $7.99 there, stays in white gold. So does our agate. Agate, and it's black agate and white diamonds. That's 18 karat gold as well. So just some recaps for you of what you may have missed in the first couple of minutes if you haven't been able to commit to me in the last 2.5 hours. Have that zebra style, also under 1,000, $6.99 for the zebra. Yes. Oh, gotcha. Just found out the pink sapphire sold a long time ago. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so Linda already picked up a pink sapphire brooch. Never mind. Okay, so, and again, if anything else went from earlier, please let me know so that I won't recap it, because that's a weird feeling. If you're watching and you're Linda, you're saying, that's my piece. Why is she showing it? So sorry about that again. Not my intention. Just don't hear about things. But take a look at this. This is a Paraíba ring. Stunning. Color is blue-green. Origin is Mozambique, bright, super stark clarity. I'm going to come up close here as well. It's got the most simple, elegant style. Classic, really, classic. Certain things are just classic. And I think a lot of us, if we're investing into fine jewelry, probably want more classic than not. And here is 1128949. It's a great looking piece, isn't it? And there's something about, no matter the size of your Paraíba, if it is a neon blue-green, it is going to stand out and it is going to be bold. That is exactly what this stone does. 40 points of beauty, of neon, and of pure, straight-up rarity. That's what you have here. Just a really beautiful piece. Collection of diamonds here is 41 points in the diamond weight. You're going to choose your gold color. Please choose your favorite gold color, whatever you want it to be, because that stone is so awesome. It's going to look good in everything. Anything and everything. Paraíbas do, don't they? They just work. There's such a distinct color. I find that they look good in all colors. Yes, even rose gold. They look good in rose gold too. They look really good in yellow and white gold. There's a brightness about them. Of course, you don't need a lot of bright light for them to look amazing. They're actually going to look better in lesser light, part of the beauty of a neon stone. And it is one of the rarest stones in the world that you can ever own or ever acquire. And we're just lucky to have them. We are lucky to have them. And you know, there's another bonus to that. Most that have them are keeping them. They're holding on to them. They're not releasing them or putting them up for sale no matter what. Because why? They're watching the values just increase and increase and increase. And you know, they're contributing to that as well. You realize they're creating a little monopoly of sorts. We are not participating in that. We are willingly offering not only Paraíba, but a great value on a collectible stone. And this one is about as clean and bright as they get, because there's a lot of murky, hazy included stones out there, most of them. They're type 3 tourmalines. They have inclusions. So when you see one without like this, understand that you're in that really upper echelon neighborhood, that really high end. Look at that. And it's elongated, so please don't say, but it's only 40 points. Please don't say that. There is no only anything when it comes to Paraíba. It's one of the rarest stones in the world. We see it embedded into quartz, and look how valuable it is. This is a gorgeous, bright, faceted stone. Blues and greens to perfection, bright clarity, white gold, yellow gold, rose gold in your size. Please give us a call. I'm going to go ahead and make you a deal. We will take this on down because I'm a believer that I think at $59.99 that's asking a bit much just from what we're used to seeing with that mounting. You got to understand it's because of the stone. Is the stone. I mean, if you're to take a really, really nice Rolls Royce and still put it in maybe not so nice an area, it doesn't make the car any less valuable, you know? It's just, if that makes sense, because it's in the mounting that suits the stone. It's the stone that's causing the drama, if you will, because it's the stone that's so rare. It's the stone that's so valuable. It's the stone that's so prestige, so limited in nature, all mined out, done. 3 sources ever, done. All 3 sources, done. Here's your way to get it. We're going to blow it out for better than 59. I'm going to just, we'll make it happen. My biggest passion at this stage of my career, when you've done it all and you've introduced it all and you've sold $1 billion worth of jewelry, and somebody said the other day you have to do something for 10,000 hours to be good at it. Well, I surpassed that many years ago. When you've introduced worldwide debuts of gemstones that no one ever heard of, when you've had the best of the best, when you've only sold 5, there's very little at this point that's like what's next on the home shopping fine jewelry bingo card. But really, my passion has turned to what it always is value, but it's more specific than that. It's about how can we take the rarest stones in the world and make them available to one and all? And that's really become a passion, to take not just good quality amethyst and good quality tanzanite, which will be available for, you know, a while. You know, tanzanite's probably got another 10 years of mining, probably. So we're not in a huge hurry. We're in a hurry on blue wing block Ds. But there are certain stones that are just, they're gone. They're gone. Most gems are still being mined actively today. They might be more limited. Sure, they're getting more limited by the day. But this is gone, done. And it's really, there wasn't a lot of it to begin with. So you're looking at something that, yeah, $59.99, it's just not going to make our customer happy. So let's take it down and make somebody's day. Let's make someone's collection. Let's make Paraíba happen at an affordable price, which the reality is does not mesh. That doesn't happen ever, because it is still increasing in value. It will continue to increase in value. And I hope, my hope always, since I offer jewelry, finished pieces of jewelry that are, you know, I try them on so you know what they're going to look like and feel like, and you know what they're going to be on. They're meant to be worn. They're meant to adorn our bodies. But at the end of the day, years and years from now, when this is still a piece that, this jewelry piece outlives us, it's going to be more valuable than, just as coveted, but more so later on down the line. These are the generational pieces. These are the pieces that build generational wealth. These are the pieces that are worth more and more by the day, that everyone's going to covet and love, and, you know, give everybody, you know, some knowledge, the future generations, of what these stones are, because they're so highly valuable and they're not going to be available going forward. And we want to make sure you've got a chance here. Not at $59, $49, $39. This is a stone I personally collect. Have I been collecting in recent years? No, because it's way out of my price range these days. But I will tell you, I was lucky enough to collect it in 2004 and 2005 and 2006, and amassed a collection of just about every stone and color and size and shape. And I'm glad I did, because it's a really good nest egg to have. And I'm going to make it better than 39. So if it's your first or your 50th, you're going to have a chance here to pick up the stellar blue green, the bright open color, the amazing neon, to wear in darkness like I just created. It's as bright as ever. And it's not going to be $3,000 or even $29.99. And it's coming in gold in your choice, with all those VS diamonds side to side. And it's wearable every day. This one isn't. This carat 31 that's $17,000, that's not. It's got a huge dot. This one is. So even if you're saying, I'm more cash, I'm more of a leisurely lifestyle, I want to wear it every day, there it is. And still be so proud to have that ultimately rare, increasing in value by the day stone. And you know what? It's not even $2,500 or $24.99. Time for the Paraiba to go. Be one of the collectors. Come on in. I invite you into this collectible family of gems because you will love it more and more each and every day. It doesn't look like any other stone. It is fantastic. And we're going to make it better than $2,000. I'll make it $19.99 to the very first caller. And that piece can be right out to your home in a couple of days, sitting atop your hand. It's amazing. And there's just nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it. Nothing else out there. Blue, green, and stunning. And welcome to the collector world. But wearable, and also, for those that don't know tourmalines, it's a pretty big family of gems, comes in every color imaginable and then some, but it's also durable enough for everyday wear. 7.5 on the Mohs scale, you're good to go. Wear it like you do your tanzanites. Wear it like you do your topaz. Wear it like you do most stones. Just wear it. Wear it. And I'll tell you, I sometimes there are days in my I have an exceedingly verbal, high energy type life. There are days when I want to be just like go about my business and put on a baseball cap and just kind of go about my business and be ignored. Those are the days I know I cannot put a Paraiba on because I'm going to tell you, you will be stopped. You will be stopped. You will be people who don't know jewelry, people who don't care about jewelry. It turns heads everywhere it goes. I have people who admittedly stop me and they go, I have never looked at a piece of jewelry before, but I have to ask you about your ring. Tell me about that Paraiba. Tell me about that. I've never, or they obviously don't say Paraiba. Tell me about that stone. And then I'm the one sounding like I do on air going, well, let me tell you about this. And of course, I can't stop talking about it because it's so special and so rare. So again, that's a gem. And I'll tell you, people won't know what it is, but they know it's something special because it's not what you see every day. It's just not. And it's just, it's so special. I give, you can tell, I give talks and symposiums and lectures and hold conferences about this stone whenever I get the pleasure and whenever I get the privilege. You just can't stop me talking about this stone. It's specialty. And I know most of you don't have one because that's just a numbers game. For as many great collectors as we have, and you have beautiful collections of jewelry from me and everyone else, most people that I'm talking to on any given day don't have a Paraiba. And that's just because it's in a level and a category of rarity all its own. Okay, so we'll move right along. I also want to show you the diaspora here because whatever, we're just hanging out on a Friday showing you beautiful things. I hope if anything is of interest to you, you can pick it up. We need to move some jewelry in about 17 minutes we have left, and I'll see you right back here in the morning. Yes, question? Oh, is she? So she was watching. Wonderful. Well, hi, Janice. Thank you so much. I will put that aside for you. We'll have it right out to you. Thank you, Janice. Here we go with this amazing diaspora. We tried to auction it. That didn't work. Let's go with 9350 yet again. It's that 9 karat 44 square cushion with the just truly incredible second to none color. And of course, color change and everything that's good in a diaspora. Well, one source stone, phenomenal gem. It's all the things. It's kind of everything all in one. And we're blowing it out right now for $34.99. Just to move it along. Get that a great home before we go tonight. And again, last call on the show. So zebra, maybe any of those pendants or those necklaces or those great rings or that double floral or whatever it is that you're thinking about. Do you think I should give away a Paraiba, like a bigger one? I mean, we had the 40 pointer. You know what, let's do that. This is just me testing, kind of like the last couple minutes. Let's show this one, just in case, because, well, I had the big one earlier, and I had this 40 pointer. Some of you say, give me more than a 40 pointer. Here's the 7 karat 10. So yeah, we're going more than 40 points. And it's a purple Paraiba. So ultimate neon, let's see what we can do here. 8972, I wasn't gonna show it, but if I'm just discounting, and if I'm just trying to make a lasting impression here of our Friday night, November 14th, I say we got to do something wild. Here's a 710 oval, copper bearing, and diamonds on the sides, 3 rows, setting up there, bordering it perfectly. It's like parentheses around your stone. 31 points in diamonds. I love the simplicity of it. Let that bold oval just be the star. Sometimes you just got to Let the stone be the stone. Let it sing. We're going to blow it out. One caller taking it. And didn't we have a 5 carat? Was it 5 carats earlier? Let me look. Because for the life of me, I can't remember. It was a 487. We had a 487 oval earlier. It was smaller. Yeah, that's smaller by 2 carats and a half. The smaller stone earlier was $54.99 and an incredible value. Probably why this one is sitting at $99.99. And by the way, every time you make a little step up in carat weight in a Paraíba, you take a big leap. Like one of those, what they call that, what's the thing where you go, the Olympic sport where they run with the long pole and then they stop and they jump over the high thing, the high jump, whatever it is. That's the kind of leap. You can go up 50 points, a carat. Suddenly, you're going into like the stratosphere of pricing because it's already, we just saw a 40-point Paraíba for $2,000. And that's a great value. But now I got a 710 in a rarer color. And that's why I know you don't like $99.99. I get it. I've been here with you almost 3 hours. I get it. We got to do better than 9,000, 8,000, 7,000. But here's the problem. My last 4 carat was $54.99. Would this be, this is just like me kind of like, what do they say? You're kind of poking the bear. I'm trying to get a reaction. If I took this 7 carat 10 down to $54.99, it's the same price as I had a 4 carat 87 earlier. What if we make it the same price for the 7 carat? $54.99, same price, but you get way more material, way more rarity because it's so much larger, about 2.5 carats worth larger. So there's that. Or we could take it lower and do that instead to really test and see if we can get you a value that's going to resonate here. Let me try it on for you. Oh, it's got great finishing too. And also enough finishing, but also keeping it open enough to where you can peer in and say, look at my clarity on my stone. Look how clean my gemstone is. And that's tourmaline, copper-bearing tourmaline, and it's that clean. Now let's take a look at it on the hand. I love how bold it is. It's bold. And yet we're not going to do 5,000. $49.99, but I'll make it better. We've got to get this one a home tonight. We've got literally 11 and a half minutes to go of airtime. You let me know what you want to see. I will put up anything and everything that's still available. But this cannot be $49.99. I know we're already now lower than the price of the smaller stone. This is very, very, very counterintuitive. It's backwards day here. Like very literally, backwards day. I'm going to make this better than 49. Come on in. What if we just take another huge discount and get this down to $4,500? Now we are $1,000 less than the smaller stone was. And again, just testing, we may not stop there. What about $44.99? Maybe we go even lower. And it's super rare color. Again, that 487 I had earlier was that same rare color, that purple, pink, neon glow. But now we are $1,000 less. And it's the bigger stone, and it's more gold. And I'm going to bring it even further down just for good measure. Let's make it $4,399. $43.99 on a 7 carat 10. Look at that stone. And oh yeah, brighter when there's lesser light. There's the neon. That is $43.99. We're going to give that 30 seconds. That will be one of the more proud. Here I had a 40-pointer blue green for $19.99. We're going up to a 7 carat 10 for $43.99. Unheard of value. So this is how we're shopping at the end of the night here. And it's that final push of like, okay, if there's anything from this Friday that we can just tantalize you with, I think it's going to be that purple Paraíba at that price tag. It's amazing. $43.99. And be sure to be with me tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we're going to show you that gorgeous diamond necklace. We have yellow diamond earrings. We have so much we can't even talk about it all. It's just, obviously, it's a fantastic weekend. So weekends you cannot miss. They start at 10 a.m. Pacific time. That is noon Central time and 1 p.m. Eastern. So just a few hours from now. Now, so we've certainly brought you a lot of affordable tonight. Let's finish with something very affordable, like this peridot pendant that is here. I don't know if this is going to sit up on its own, but yay, it does. It's like the wishbone over the cushion cut with diamonds in the bail. It's also a checkerboard faceted peridot that is going to look like Paraíba, because there are green Paraíbas, we see them all the time, that have that really ultra neon lime green. Same color here in this best of peridot. It's item number 1113065. It's a $229 cushion cut peridot set in a pendant with a bail that's going to accommodate most chains, and it's going to be your choice of gold color. And holiday gifting is upon us. And you're probably going, and I don't use you, Lauren Blair, or TVON for my holiday gifting. But you might. You could. If the price gets bonkers enough, you might be able to just think about holiday gift moments or showering those you care about with the fine jewelry that you like to live your life in. The pieces that you know, especially now, how impressive is it? Because again, everybody knows what gold's doing. This is still gold jewelry, and you're getting an incredible value right now that maybe you want to stock up on, get a few of them. My grandmother always had this dilemma. She had all these grandkids, and a lot of them were girls, and they had the range of different ages from, well, she even had great grandbabies who were, girls as well. So she wanted to get the same thing for everybody to be fair. But what do you do for a newborn and a 45-year-old at the same time? What do you do? Jewelry is a great way to go, because even the younger gals, they're going to have this to look forward to wearing in their collection. So you've got something you could get more than one of if you're somebody who likes to say, okay, I need like 2 or 3 gifts, and we'll do the same thing for everybody who loves jewelry. And yet simple styles like this can be universally appealing. $229 in the peridot. I'll show you from a distance away, but yeah, it's got to be under $1,000. And we've done $899, $799. I've had $699 pieces that are still here. And that's alarming, because that just doesn't happen on any given day. So what we're going to do right now is I'll take this finale of our Friday, and as we get ready to get excited about our Saturday morning together and our Sunday morning and all the great pieces and values that await you in a few short hours, I want to see if we can get these phone lines rocking before we go. Let's get them warmed up so they're ready for the morning. And let's not do $8.99, $7.99. Heck, I've had $6.99 pieces. They're still here. So we've got to go lower than that. And like I said, if you want to get 2 or 3, go ahead. Because if you're going to wait, and you're going to wait till mid-December and head out to the jewelry stores of the world and start looking around, well, it's going to be a lot of sterling, a lot of stainless, and a lot of lab-grown gems. I would say get the real deal, something that's amazing, and let's not go $6.99, $5.99, $4.99. I don't get to sell jewelry at prices like this because I only sell fine. I only have the best. I only have the good stuff and the better quality and all of that. Look at that peridot from a distance away. The gleam, the glow, the brightness, and it's not $4.99 or $3.99. What is happening? We're doing something really, really good right now. Back up close we go. And I'm going to make this $299. So you'd be able to get 3 of them for under $900. You can get 2 for under $600. You can just get 1 and treat yourself and say, forget everybody else. I want peridot for myself. Absolutely. That's what you do. My mom and I have a pact, and it's an agreement, and it goes for jewelry. If you like it, I will like it. So if you like something, get 1 for you and 1 for me. We live in different states. We shop in different places. I always get what I like for her. She always gets what she likes for me, and we get 1 of each. So that's what you do here, because at $600 for 2, I hope you can do it. So we've got white gold, yellow gold, and rose gold, and $299 on, oh yeah, still solid gold, still VS diamonds, and the best flippin' peridot that's available to the world today is right there. Our peridots look like Paraíbas. They do. There is such a thing as a true, bright, thorough green, and it looks like this. But if that was Paraíba, that'd be like $7,000. So there's that. $299. Which one were they asking about, Joanne? Oh, this one. They were on the phone lines going, well, what's the deal? How do I shop? You phone into that phone number at the bottom of your screen. We don't have an app. We don't do any of that. The show stuff's not available online. So here's what you do. What you do is you call, and if you've never been registered with us, well, there's a one-time registration process. You're going to give us some basic information, just like a name and an address. And then when you're ready to shop, you're going to go ahead and tell us what you like. Do you want white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold? How many would you like? And that's it. It goes right out to you. It's delivered to your home. So in a couple of days you have it, and we are giving you free shipping. Oh, by the way, every single day on every single item. You pay no tax if you live in any state in the US of A outside of California. That's most of you. And so no tax, no shipping, no gold color change fee. This one doesn't need to be sized because it's a pendant, but we size our rings for free. So all of that is extras for us, no charge for you. And we have 4 minutes left, and I think this is probably going to take us all the way to the promised land here, because that is the most incredible value. And this time of year, to get a fine, and we live in 2025 when, yes, that's the same gold that's $4,100 an ounce. So you've got something significant there in that, yeah, if we made that today, that's not a $299 piece because you can't do the gold alone for that. And the peridot is a gorgeous natural stone from the earth. And you've got the really fabulous diamonds up above that. And we're going to see you in the morning. So if you can hang out with me in 14 hours, maybe set those alarms for wherever you live. If it's out in the West Coast, 10 o'clock a.m. If it's somewhere in the Central time zone, join us at noon. And then, of course, the Eastern time zone. We'll be with you at 1 p.m. every Saturday, every Sunday. And we have got the most incredible lineup for you kicking off in just 14 short hours. So we look forward. You're all invited. I hope you can join me for that. It's going to be a lot of fun as always. We have our final 3 minutes left, and obviously very busy right now on this $299 7/8 of an inch peridot pendant. The best peridot the world has ever offered. The gorgeous VS diamonds that, yes, even in a $299 piece, you're still getting VS natural diamonds, and you have the gold as well behind it. It's the gold standard. It's the gold, backing it up. It's made in gold, solid gold, no less. I'm loving how I literally heard someone saying today, there was a little teeny tiny gold accent in a sterling silver ring. And it was and they're raving about gold prices. Yeah, try making solid gold. Yeah, can you imagine? I mean, when they're talking about how much the piece is worth, and it was like $400, by the way, because it had a little speck of gold in it, and it was just a little speck of gold plating, and that was that. And they're raving about this should be more because it's gold, it's gold, it's gold. And I'm going, try making solid gold jewelry, not a little accent on top of sterling silver, but actually solid gold fine jewelry with diamonds and gems. That's a different world. And I know that sterling silver is great. I own some of it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But when you're getting gold jewelry with diamonds and peridot that looks like that for a sterling silver or better. I saw sterling silver, it was actually earrings today. Earrings with a little gold accent, and yet they were more money than this. And I don't know. I mean, I know sterling silver's gone up, but it's never going to be the value of gold. So to be able to get real gold jewelry, fabulous gemstones, a great diamond design as well. The design is, it's also not that basic little pendant, you know, the one that you see with the teeny minute stone with a little rabbit ear bail, and that's that. This is not that. This is a diamond pave bail. It's got that cute little, I call it the wishbone. It looks a little bit like the wishbone, and it's going to be a great peridot. I'd set that at place settings at Thanksgiving when we're all fighting over the wishbone. That's what I would do, and say, okay, well, only one person got the wishbone, but here we are. Let's just go ahead and, you know, yeah, do a little table setting party favor. Yes, that I like to feast on the beauty of gems, and there it is right there. So we are only, can you believe it? We're only, what, are we 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving? I mean, I told you, 6 weeks from today, Christmas over. So it's shopping time, and we've got a $299 opportunity to do some really cool gift giving, really good fine jewelry gift giving right there. Again, reminder, we're back in the morning, so we do our quick little turnover here Friday night into Saturday morning. Our weekend shows flip to the daytime. So excited to see you guys in the morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Make sure you join me. We've got that diamond necklace with those huge white diamonds. We've got yellow diamonds, subtle drop earrings. We've got all kinds of big specials and values and new and designer and all these great values as well. So can't wait to see you in the morning. We're 14 hours away from our rendezvous. So we'll see you then. We hope you have a great rest of your Friday evening in the meantime. And thank you so much for watching and shopping with us here at TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. We'll see you right back here 14 hours from now. I'll see you in the morning.